All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm on time. I'm on time. I'm 6 seconds early today. Can't wait to talk to you about this silliness that took place yesterday in the sport of boxing. Wow. Number one, Terence Crawford's ego is going through the roof. Man, you tripping. Man, these dudes just be saying stuff, man. I've been wondering if they actually think about what they say before they say it. Man, I don't care who says it. I always say, man, you tripping when you start getting when your dome piece starts getting too big. You better be careful. You better be careful. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And we're going to talk about Alyssa Baumgardner and the scandal around Alyssa Baumgardner and Matchroom Boxing. Those are the two of the things that we're going to talk about. Also, we'll talk about Gervonta Davis and the fact that they want to fight Isaac Cruz next. And the fact that I could care less who they fight next. He has the right to fight whoever he wants to right now. He has the same rights you're trying to hand to everybody else. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Don't go complaining about him fighting whoever he wants to fight. If you ain't complaining about other people fighting whoever they want to fight, what's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Barbara D, my sister in the building, good morning. I hope you're well. What's going on, Mr. Wendell Winifred? Daryl McKinney. Ernie V in the building, good morning. Valley, what's happening with you? Stay connected in the building. What's going on? Nicholas Simmons, what's good? Daryl McKinney, say good morning to the queens. Absolutely. Barbara D, Aisha, and let's not forget, hold on, I'm sorry. Let's skip my thought, but skip the thought. Ari, I was saying Coach Ari. Be Easy, Big Block, Frank in the building. What's going on? Lavish Life, INT, LaMarcus Robinson. How are you, sir? Is that I agree? Oh, they're gonna have to sit on that. They do complain and cry and complain. I don't care. I do not care. I don't care. Gervonta Davis, you guys are just full of shit. Excuse my language. I'm in the first 2 minutes of the video cussing. Dang. But look, you guys are full of it. You cannot tell me that other people get to fight whoever they want to fight because they've earned it. But Gervonta can't fight whoever he wants to fight, even though he's earned it. He's had 2 tough fights this year, and you still complaining about who he's fighting next? I don't believe you. He had 2 tough fights in a row. I don't believe you. I think you're just hating on that man. The man literally just got out of jail. But now who's he going? He's not going to fight all these top-ranked fighters. Fighters are not even available to fight. Fighters that have left the weight class. Why ain't Devin fighting these guys? Devin earned it. He can fight whoever he wants to. He's earned it. But Tank hasn't. Tank ain't earned it. No, what's Tank's earned? What has Tank earned? You earned it. Boy, I swear, y'all got some funny ideas running around y'all head. By the way, the link to the chat is above. If you would like to support the channel, please support the channel on the Cash App or the PayPal. And honestly, the Cash App, the Super Chat would be appreciated. But at the very least, hit that like button or share me your thoughts. Share with me your thoughts. But we're going to wait till like 200 people get in the building. Then we're going to, what's going on? Carlos Blackshire in the building. KOD Testimonies, the best underground trap rapper. What's going on with you, sir? What's going on? Hey, what's the difference between a drill and a trap? I don't know the difference between a drill and a trap. I know what a trap house is. I know what that is. What's going on, Sam Ortiz? Says, salute. Always appreciate you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Richard Paris, what's going on? The king of the PayPal. You and my guy, Liho Shang. What's going on? What's going on with you, sir? Hope you're well. We're just waiting for some people to come on into the chat. And then I'm going to start lighting off. And I'm going to, hey, what's going on, Ashley's Corner? And then I'm going to start lighting off on Terence Crawford for saying something silly. Now, you guys are going to call me a Terence Crawford hater, and to that, I say that. However, he deserves it now because he has said something ridiculous and disrespectful to the sport of boxing by naming himself one of the top 5 greatest fighters ever and leaving off the name of a certain Muhammad Ali and a certain Henry Armstrong and a certain Sugar Ray Robinson. I want to know what world this man, yes. He didn't say that I'm greater than Ali. He's asked a question. Who are the best 5 fighters in history? Sugar Ray Leonard, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather Jr. I can't remember who the other one was. Sugar Ray Leonard, Terence Crawford, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and then he said somebody else. Let me see. Hold on. Who was the other one? Let me go look. I'll tell you who the other one was. Hold on one second, though. All right. Look, watch this, man. This dude was out here in these things bugging, bro. He said Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Terence Crawford. It was Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Terence Crawford. Dude, you are tripping. Dog, what tripping? You tripping, man. You tripping. Dog, don't let that win go to your head, bro. Please don't let it go to your head, man. Please don't let it go to your head, bro. Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard, huh? I mean, Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson, huh? Be better than Ali now. Better than Sugar Ray Robinson. Better than Henry Armstrong. Better than Sam Langford. Fanon, remember we're also talking about the same bud who said he falls asleep watching them old fights? Bro. Don't agree or disagree. I'm in my pound for pound. Man, I disagree strongly. Strongly. Dude, Jack Johnson, Sam Langford, God dog, man. But Henry the blatant ones are the Henry is Henry Armstrong. It's the Henry Armstrong. It's the Sugar Ray Robinson, and it's the Muhammad Ali right there. Dude, what about even Evander Holyfield? Dog, Evander Holyfield. Like, I'm lost. Dude, I'm wondering if you're going to catch Duran. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had one fight. One. Anyway, dude, exhale, bro. Exhale on that. We cannot. Ray Davis in the building. What's going on, man? Said morning, and salute to the chat. Yes, sir, man. Salute to you, brother. We can't do it, bro. We can't do the boxing blasphemy, bro. We can't do the boxing blasphemy. All right? We can't do it. God dog, we can't do it. How about you catch Manny Pacquiao? I mean, let's catch Manny Pacquiao first, okay? And quite honestly, I don't know about Pernell Whitaker. I don't know about Pernell Whitaker. I don't know about Pernell Whitaker, bro. I don't know about Pernell Whitaker. Let's not let the ego go to our heads, bro. Let's not let, we got that 200 already, brother. Hey, man, yes, sir. We got the 200 back. We got the 200 in the building. Y'all support the channel, brother, by showing up. But the link is above. The link is above. Man, I can't believe it. I can't believe people say these very, very silly things, man. He got one win over a guy they said was flat-footed and one-dimensional. Dude, you guys trash his win. And then, what's going on? Spence time. Yes, Ali, Roy Jones Jr., then Bud. Let me tell you something, bro. You can sit Bud. You can sit Terence Crawford out of the top 10. You can move him you can just move him way out of the top 10. Okay, you can just scoot that over there. Scoot it over there. Let's talk about this century. Because this century, I've got him top 5 this century. I got him top 5 this century. Top 5 this century. Top 5. Top 5. I got him top 5 this century. Top 5. After Floyd, after Andre Ward, after Manny Pacquiao, I got him right around Bernard Hopkins. If I would say who I think he's closest to in like my list of fighters, like recent fighters, I put him near Bernard Hopkins. I put him near Bernard Hopkins and below Roy Jones Jr. And that's a lot to say, like Bernard Hopkins. That's a lot to compare him to Bernard Hopkins. That's a great compliment. No, I got him above Canelo. I got him above Canelo. But really, he should be right around Canelo, though. Somewhere around Canelo. But I got him a little better. I think he's better than Canelo. I got him somewhere around Bernard Hopkins, bro. No, I got him above Oscar De La Hoya. I got him above Oscar De La Hoya. But somewhere around there. Somewhere around there, though. A great fighter. I don't think he's as good a fighter as James Toney, no. But I got him above James Toney. I'll slide him above James Toney. But somewhere in that group. Yeah, somewhere around Bernard Hopkins. I got him right around Bernard Hopkins. I haven't done the detailed list and like all of that, But dog, I know you're nowhere near nobody's Muhammad Ali. I know that. I know that. I know that you ain't. I know you ain't on the same planet as Ali. This planet Ali. Okay, you not over there, dog. And to skip over him, doggy. I'm trying to tell you, these people be tripping, dog. And don't let it go to your head, bro. Don't let it go to your head. Because that's a scary thing when stuff starts going to your head. Hey, what's going on, man? Mr. Granger said, Bud smoking that laced stuff. Oh, yeah, he's on that dopey dope. He on that dopey dope. Come on, man. You can't do that, bro. You know what I mean? You on that dopey dope. He can't do that, bro. You can't do that. Do you think Wilder is a real Hall of Famer? Yes or no? Yes. Absolutely. He said, yeah, B-Hop is a huge beast. Yeah. Yes. That's a huge, B-Hop was a beast. Yes, that's a huge compliment. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. Dude, I don't have him over Hagler. How you over Hagler? How you over Hagler? How you jump Hagler? How did you jump Hagler? I'm still confused. How you jump Hagler again? Roger Lillard, that's stupid. No disrespect to you, Roger Lillard. He got 4 belts in 2 different weight classes and has a standing for something. It's at least top 2 or 3 best welterweights of all time. First of all, Let me explain to you something, Roger Willer, because that's not stupid. I apologize for saying stupid. That was a strong word, and I didn't mean it. Being the top, let me just say that you're the number 3 welterweight does not mean that you're the top 5, that you're top 10 all time. Because you're the number 3 welterweight. No. Just because you're the number 3 welterweight does not mean you're top 10 fighter of all time. Even if you are a top 3 welterweight. However, hell no, he's not top 2 or 3 welterweights. No. Once again, Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson, Floyd Mayweather Jr. I'm not trying to hear it, dog. I'm not trying to hear it. Okay? I ain't trying to hear it. Not trying to hear it. Believe it. I believe, yeah, that's hating. Stop hating. He's better than Ali, or you're hating. He's better. Man, I really do. Please, God, please, Gervonta Davis, do me a favor, Gervonta Davis, so that I can shut down my haters. Please claim that you're a top 5 fighter of all time, Gervonta Davis, please, so that I can ridicule you for saying that. Dude, let me tell you something. Welterweights, first of all, the 140-pound division is the welterweight division historically. Let's help you with this. When you're talking all time, the welterweight division includes the 140-pound division. You got to understand this, man. Y'all got to understand this. When you're talking about the all time, you got to get rid of half of the weight classes, because there was no 140-pound weight class. It was 135 to 147. So when a guy like Sugar Ray Robinson fought, he went from 135 to 147. There was no 140. If he weighed in at a fight at 140 pounds, he was fighting at welterweight. So there was no 2 weight divisions there. There was only one. And there wasn't 4 belts. There was only one. So he was undisputed in both 140 and 147 at the same time. Think about that. Think about that when you talk about him, what Terence Crawford being undisputed in 2 different weight classes mean. In 1950, it means nothing. It means that you are the welterweight champion of the world, and that's it. It means you weren't even the lightweight champion, because there was 3 other champions. So if in 1935 he would have been a contender at 135 and not the champion. And in 1950 he would not have been a 140-pound champion, because there wasn't one. 154 pounds is 160, but no, I don't even think he did. He was a 160-pound champion who weighed in at 158 with same-day weigh-ins. Bomb Squad, hold on one second. Let me get to my guy. Keys to the Game said, hey, what's up, Fanon? Although his opinion is asinine, he beat one decent fighter in his prime. His record still leaves a lot to be desired. Oh, look, bro, the dude is a hell of a fighter, bro, and one of the best fighters in the century. I'm going to tell you that in a second. I believe he's one of the best fighters in the century. If he had said a top 5 fighters in the century, then I say, okay, I can go with that. I don't have an issue with that. It's the all-time part of it that's the problem. Because you're taking in an entire other century where there weren't 4 belts. And there were not 17 weight classes. There was 8. There was 8 weight classes. Those tweeners do not count. When you talk about all time, first of all, I don't care about the undisputed. Because every champion then was undisputed. And they would have all been undisputed in 2 weight classes at the same time by virtue of becoming the champion. These guys that you call champions now would be contenders. The number 3, the number 4, the number 3, 2, and 1, 2, and 3 contender in the champion. That's what you would be getting right now. So when we talk all time, you can sweep that, I'm undisputed in the 4 belt era is the last 15 years. The 4-belt era is the last 15 years. Nah, man. You got to pause. They got to pause that, dog. But don't get me wrong, Keys to the Gaming. Keys to the Game. The dude is a great fighter. But just keep the Ali thing, the Sugar Ray Robinson thing, the Henry Armstrong thing, you can't compare yourself to them. Because those dudes only had one weight class. They were in half the weight classes, and they only had one belt. There was only one champion. You become the champion the first time you're fighting the man. The very first time that you fight for the championship, you're fighting the man, not the second best title holder or the third best title holder or the fourth best title holder. You're fighting the man. So nah, bro, that's not a fair comparison, man. And I'm going to remain that forever. Hey, Expensive Paper said, Bomb Squad, of course, Deontay Wilder is a Hall of Famer. Of course, he's a Hall of Famer. I gotta say that one. Of course, because somebody else did that, so I'll use your support. Hey, look, Lay M. Why don't you go away, you clown? I'm not talking about Terence Crawford's victory, you bum. Click the link, you dumbass. Who's talking about his win? Who's talking about his win? We're talking about whether or not he's a top 10 all-time fighter. What's wrong with you, moron? You still harping on his win, so you don't want me to talk about Terence Crawford. You don't want me to tell you that Terence Crawford is a top 10 fighter of this century for sure. But I'm harping on it because dude, shut your dumb ass up. I'm talking about boxing. This man is included in a conversation of the greatest fighters ever, and you think that's bad for Terence Crawford? What's wrong with you dummies? God dog. For real. What's wrong with you? We not having a conversation we were having before about who's going to win a fight. We're having a conversation about where he is now and where he sits amongst the great fighters of all time. I'm putting this man next to Bernard Hopkins. I'm putting that man next to Bernard Hopkins. Jesus, what do you want? Boy, I swear, y'all some dumb, man, I'm telling you. Y'all, I'm telling you. I don't know who raised you. Somebody raised you wrong. Hey, Terence in the building said, this is why Bud is so annoying. Yeah, no, that was a bad answer. That's serious. Hey, thank you, brother, for that support, man. But they never defended an undisputed title either, just like my guy said. But this is a compliment to the man, but that's okay. You don't understand how it's a compliment to continue to talk about him. What do you want me to talk about, huh? You want me to talk about Leigh Wood? My God, why are you harping on him? Because I don't want to talk about Leigh Wood fighting Carmel Moten. That's why. Hey, Mr. McKinney said, face of content providers, Fanon. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, brother, for that support, man. Man, I would swear y'all didn't know that you guys could start your own YouTube channel too. Somebody said that one time to me, and I started it. Where'd my guy go? What's going on, DJ OC in the place to be? Hold on, man. I can't believe y'all complaining about me talking about Terence Crawford. Oh, you keep talking about you want Terence Crawford to fail, bro. You don't even want people talking about him. Goodness gracious. You don't even want this man to get compliments. Why are you harping on the laws? Man, I didn't say anything about that fight at all. Not for a second, boy. Y'all some haters, man. Y'all just hating on me. That's okay. I appreciate it. I know to appreciate haters. Hey, y'all subscribe to my guy, DJ OC. At the Parlor of East Wheaton. Bud is at least top 20, not top 10 for sure. And I don't know if he's top 20. I don't know if he's top 20. I do not know that. That's a lot to say, homie. That's a lot to say. Is he above Jack Johnson? Is he above Sam? Is he better than Jack Johnson? Is he better than Sam Langford? Is he better than Harry Greb? Is he better than Henry Armstrong? Is he better than Sugar Ray Robinson? Is he better than the cats on the Black Murderers Row? Or is he better than Charlie Burley? We don't know if he's better than Charlie Burley. I don't know that. You know what I mean? You don't know that. Why is he better than Rocky Marciano? Why is he better than Joe Louis? Why is he better than Sonny Liston? Why is he better, man? Why? Why? Why is he better than these guys, man? Why is he better than these dudes? How do you know? Come on, man. We don't know that. Don't know that he's top 20. All I can go is off the time frame that I've seen fighters fight. Bro, that man may get in a time machine and get mopped by Charlie Burley. He may get handed something nasty by Sam Langford, dude, who, by the way, I do believe fought at middleweight. I think he fought around 160. Started his career 160, somewhere around that weight class. Man, come on, man. We don't know that. Can't say that. It's silly. It's ridiculous. The only thing we can say, Sam Ortiz in the building said, hey, you already have Bud an elite company and his career isn't over. High praise. How anybody takes that wrong? Dude, because they don't know what, because they don't think. Because they don't think, Mr. Ortiz. Because they don't think. Solo Champ, thank you, brother. Said, hey, peace and love to the chat. Man down. Yes, sir. Oh, you just a hater. Y'all are dumb. Support for the great daily boxing content. Hey, thank you, Mr. Pragmatic. Thank you, Mr. Pragmatic. Thank you, brother, for your support, man. It means a lot. Thank you for continuing to keep the channel going, bro. Thank you. Anyway, you guys are out your gourds, bro. Emil Griffith. Look, man, there's a lot of great fighters, bro. There's a lot of great fighters. Fanon, you talking to a bunch of 20-year-olds. They don't even know these fighters you're naming exactly. Hey, is it that you're 20? Let me know if you're 20, dude. I need your age first before you talk to me. I think I need your age before I start talking to you. Put your name in the chat so we know if you're a kid or not. Who doesn't even know what you don't know? Hey, Mr. Lillard, thank you, brother. Said if Bud fights Charlo and wins, what's your thoughts? Oh, what's my thoughts? Believe said, I salute you, my brother. Weren't you just clowning me? Weren't you just clowning me, Believe, a second ago? I could have sworn to Believe you were just clowning me a second ago. Now you salute me. Thought you were just clowning me just a second ago. Didn't you call me a hater or something? For saying that Terence Crawford is as good as Bernard Hopkins? Isn't that what y'all just said? Nothing but love. Nah, dog, you call me a hater. That ain't love. That's quite the opposite of love. Hate, love, those are opposites of each other. You call me a hater. You call me a hater. Because I said that he was right there with Bernard Hopkins. One of the greatest middleweights of all time. Haters are secret lovers. First of all, let me tell you something, dog. I ain't no hater. I'm just not silly. And I don't say things that can easily be ripped apart. There's nothing that, first of all, he didn't have Ali on his list, and his career is nowhere near what Ali's is. It's nowhere near Ali's. In any way, shape, form, or fashion, is he anywhere near Ali? Yeah, I hate on Dillian White. I do. I hate on Dillian White. I can't lie. I hate on Dillian White, and I hate on Katie Taylor. I have to, now that we got all this stuff going on in women's boxing, and women's boxing is doing so well, I also have to tell you, no, he did not have Ali on his list. No, he did not have Ali on his list. And he didn't have Sugar Ray Robinson on his list. And he didn't have Hammer and Hank Armstrong on his list. Right there. 3 dudes he's nowhere near. 3 dudes that he's nowhere near. Dude, he's not even, there's no criteria by which you can Nothing that you can say about that dude and Henry Armstrong. Nothing. Nothing. You don't know shit about boxing. I don't know shit about boxing. Click the link. It's above. Click the link above. I want anybody to tell me how they know. I want anybody to tell me how they know that Terence Crawford is a better fighter than Sugar Ray Robinson. I want to know. Look, let me tell you why. I can tell you exactly why he's not anywhere near Ali. Number one, he's not anywhere near Ali because Ali was an Olympic gold medalist. Let's talk about the amateur career first. He's an Olympic gold medalist at light heavyweight. At light heavyweight, not heavyweight, light heavyweight. At 100 and whatever the lightweight limit is for in the amateurs. I don't know the amateur weight class as well. But he was a light heavyweight. Then he beat how many Hall of Famers has he beaten? It's almost disgusting. He literally beat everybody. He beat everybody as a favorite. He was a massive underdog. 178. Thank you, Lloyd Taylor. He fought at 178. He moved up to heavyweight and was like 1,000-to-1 underdog. And as 1,000-to-1 underdog, he won twice. Twice. There's nothing that Terence Crawford has in his career to compare against two wins that I can give you from Muhammad Ali. One is Sonny Liston, and two is George Foreman. There's nothing he's done in his career that equal either one of those. Either one of them. The man was like 1,000-to-1 underdog in both of those fights. And he won both by knockout. Both of them by stoppage. In two different decades. There's no comparison between Terence Crawford and Muhammad Ali. There's none. So you guys can kill it. There's no comparison between Floyd Mayweather and Ali. None. There's none. There's really not any reason to compare those two. There's boxing historians that have really gone out and assign these, everything's subjective though, obviously. The level of competition that Ali fought is much higher than any one of these dudes did. The level of competition, because he had to fight the number one contender every single time. The number one contender. Not, oh, I got this belt, there's another champion. He's the only champion. The only time in which there was another champion was Larry Holmes in the later part of his career. And even then he fought him. But bro, every heavyweight of the 1960s, every heavyweight of the 1970s, he fought and he beat. Everybody for over 20 years. The dude was like fighter of the year. I don't know how many times, like 11, 12 times, 13 times, fighter of the year. He's got like the record for the most fighter of the years. When there was only one champion. There's no comparison between those dudes and Ali. I'm telling you, he's that big for a reason. The reason you know who he is and you don't know who these other dudes are is because to say that dude is not one of the greatest fighters of all times is blasphemy. That's blasphemy. That's like no joke somebody talking about the greatest basketball players of all time, and you don't ever even mention Jordan. You don't even mention Wilt Chamberlain. No, dude, there's no comparison between Terence Crawford and Muhammad Ali. None. And that is not hate. That's the truth. Let's be honest, there's a lot of hype for Ali. There is a lot of hype for Ali. You got that right. Debate me on it. I got some hate. Debate it. You think I hate? Debate. You let me know You let me know that what Terence Crawford is equaled to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the year, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Fight every top contender, and be on 2 different occasions, beat a guy that you were 1,000-to-1 underdog to beat over the course of 20 years. You tell me anybody close to that, bro. You are tripping. You're tripping. You got 1 championship, and you trying to talk about a dude with rings just dangling off. Dude, this dude, if he was a basketball player, he would have so many rings on his fingers, dog. He'd have to start putting them on his necklace. He couldn't even have his rings on his fingers. He'd have them on his necklace. That man locked down boxing for 20 years. He locked down all of boxing for 20 years and took on all comers. And he took on, with the exception of George Foreman, he fought him twice. And by the way, he didn't do none of this. Well, Jerron Ennis, nah, I've already proved myself. Did he do that? Did you hear Ali say, no, I've already proved myself? Dude, if anybody proved themselves, it's Ali. Ali didn't say this to Ernie Shavers, oh, I already proved myself. My legacy's shut. I'm just looking for the big money fight. Ali's like, I am the big money fight. I'm a walking big money fight. Come fight me. Man, you guys are tripping. You dudes are tripping. If you think anybody's near that dude, that's why they still talk about him all over the world. You think you get all of that just because of what? You think that he's all over the world with it? You're tripping, bro. I'm serious. There's some athletes that transcend their sport. And then there's one athlete that transcends sports. You dudes are out here bugging. Mr. Pragmatic, I see you, Kamal Oz in Chillville. I love when you educate these people on the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Bro, they don't even know. You better chill out. Dog, seriously, dog. These dudes are scrubs compared to him. The level that he was at, dog, inside the ring, you're scrubs. Inside the ring, you're scrubs. Scrubs. But only dude coming anywhere near it is Floyd, and that's because of the pay-per-view model. Because you're going to earn more money because you can charge everybody that watches you $90 to watch that fight. Man, Ali on pay-per-view, there's no comparison, bro. As big as Mike Tyson was nowhere near Ali. As big as Mike Tyson was nowhere near Ali. Nowhere near it. Jorge in the building said, what a great boxing show. Facts on point. Saludos. Yes, sir. Got to tell these young boys they don't be knowing. Hey, I'm telling you, but you'll learn later. Oh, my God, you're hating on Terence Crawford because you say he's not on Ali's level. What kind of bum are you? Get that out your mouth. How you get that out your mouth? Nowhere near Ali, bro. Come on, how can I help you, brother?
Hey, man, I see that you're dealing with more recency bias. Couldn't disagree with you more. Crawford is a great fighter.
You couldn't disagree with me?
Yeah, I couldn't disagree with you more. Comparing him, to me, it's blasphemy comparing him to Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins went from the executioner to the alien, fighting at age 50. He wasn't using these diva tactics after one good win, saying, beating this guy does nothing for me. The guy was mixing it up with champions. He beat that guy from Kazakhstan to get that WBA 175 title, mixed it up, fought Kovalev, fought Joe Smith Jr. at age 50. Crawford has one good win, and he's like, this guy's beneath me. I'm not going to gain anything from that, man. Hopkins had a different mentality, and Crawford's a great talent, but he was a victim. He was a benefactor of circumstance. He did not go through the 140 division, the junior welterweight division that Danny Garcia did when Danny Garcia was beating up Lucas Matisse and having guys like that. I mean, Victor Posta was his best win, which, you know, at the time, Victor Posta was a pretty good, decent fighter, I would say, not even pretty good. So I can't put Crawford anywhere near Bernard Hopkins in terms of dog mentality. And when I say dog, I mean dog outside of the ring, competitiveness. Hopkins was fighting dudes until he was 50, man. And he didn't have these, you know, he was constantly hungry to prove himself. And this is what I'm seeing with a lot of these recency bias and people that are saying LeBron is better than Kobe or Michael. You know, it's the same kind of deal, man. I mean, even Canelo, who has a much better resume than Crawford, he's got some diva to him, and he didn't put in half the work or a tenth of the work that Manny and Floyd did. I mean, if you really research what Canelo did in terms of to get to this diva status where he's turning down fights and stuff like that. So, yeah, I couldn't disagree with you more. You cannot even put Crawford up there with Hopkins or Lennox Lewis.
You can definitely disagree with me more.
Okay, I just strongly disagree with you. I'll rephrase that. Strongly disagree with you.
Great fighter. Some shit you disagree with now.
He's a great fighter, but again, how is great mentioned? How is great defined? It's defined as sustained success consistently demonstrated over a period of time. I'm going to say that to the people in the back. Sustained success demonstrated over a period of time. It's not just a one-off. Okay, so I would say this, he's got great accomplishments, he's got great talent, but he's nowhere near the accomplishment of a Bernard Hopkins, nowhere near that of Lennox Lewis. And again, he situations played out in his favor, and he took advantage of the opportunity with Errol Spence. And so even if he beats Charlo, I mean, Jermell Charlo coming back down, if that fight happens, I mean, it's still not anywhere near those two. Want to get your thoughts, one last thing before I get out of here. Canelo said he's tired of answering questions about David Benavidez. Want to get your thoughts on that, because that, again, shows some more diva behavior, man. I mean, that's the fight everybody wants to see. You're ducking David Benavidez. You've been ducking him. You only went up to 168 full-time when David Benavidez got stripped for the second time. So give me your thoughts on that interview where Canelo said he's tired of talking about David Benavidez. With that, I'm out. Thanks.
All right, man. I got to get to that after a couple callers, though, because they've been waiting. But I'll get to that for sure. Virgil Wembley said, let's go for time to cook. Greatest show on YouTube. Bud has got to be next. Boots has got to be next for Bud. Oh, no. But Bud's not Ali. Bud won't fight him because he's got something to prove. He ain't got nothing to prove. You got to find a fighter like Ali to say, oh, I'll fight him. I'll fight George Foreman. But I got nothing to gain. Got nothing to gain. Man, what's up? Hold on one second. And my guy, Frequent Flyer in the building, said, for the love of boxing, thank you, brother, for the $5 holler. Thank you, Virgil Wembley. And thank you to my guy, Frequent Flyer in the building, Devin Haney. Man, we ain't been talking about Devin Haney in a while. Chillville in the building. What's going on, Noop?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. I hope you ain't Team Bud taking a loss on this one. Go ahead, man.
Hey, everything. First of all, I want to let everybody know good morning. Glad everybody here supporting the show. I am a diehard Crawford fan, but I do want to say this. First of all, Floyd Mayweather, I love Floyd and all these people, but it's a totally different ball game when they went from 12 rounds to 15 rounds. So Floyd, you can't even put Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, to Ali. Floyd Mayweather didn't have a Ken Norton to fight. Man, listen. You cannot even put Floyd Mayweather's name beside Mr. Muhammad Ali. Okay, Muhammad Ali was old and was sick fighting, so it's really Ali and then boxing. All right. Second of all, my boy Terence Crawford, love him to death. He needs to beat Charlo up. We can't say he's been chasing Charlo more than he wanted to fight Spence, and he needs to beat Boots up. He needs to beat Danny Garcia up. He needs to beat Keith Thurman up to move up to the top 10 best welterweight in the history. That's what he needs to do, in my opinion. And I'm a diehard Crawford fan. So Yeah, comparing him to Ali. No, forget that. Comparing him to Ken Norton. Look at Ken Norton's um track record. Man, he fought a lot of people too. Listen, my boy Terence Crawford would have problems with De La Hoya in De La Hoya prime, man. Man, you got Vernon Forrest. Man, these dudes were bad ass, man. Vernon Forrest would have gave Floyd Mayweather a bunch of problems. That style was bad for Floyd, in my opinion. But that's all I was. And Canelo, I've never liked Canelo Alvarez. He's always been flat-footed. He always fought in spots. When Cotto, the younger brother, almost knocked him out, I stopped liking him then because I knew he wasn't any good. Canelo is a B-class fighter to me that likes to cheat. But I do want to say this. Crawford needs to beat Boots up. I don't think he should. I think he needs to beat Boots up, beat Charlo up, and go up to 154, do a few more fights there. Then he can really, solidify his place in boxing history, in my opinion. And that's all I want to say, no.
All right, brother. Peace. Thank you, Chillville.
Yo.
Fahim Sator out here acting like I didn't already say that they were 15 rounds. I've said that 100 times, Fahim Sator. So I don't know what you're talking about. I appreciate Chillville bringing that up again, but I mentioned that he fought 15 rounds a bunch of times. Bring it up all the time. I don't know what's going to happen if you got to fight 15 rounds. Say it all the time. First of all, you already know who the better fighter is. Let's just be real. Big Dog Willie, the winning team, said Lord Bill Haney says Devin will KO a prime Roberto Duran. Dog, he will die an early death against Roberto Duran. Hey, my guy, my lady, I'm sorry. Barbara D said, love the history lessons. Yes, ma'am. Well, we got a lot of them coming on around here. Ali fans sound like MJ fans. Look, T. Orlando, you just got to bow down to the road, dog. I'm sorry. You got to bow down to the road. I'm sorry that you weren't around. I'm sorry that you're too young to remember Ali. I'm sorry that you're too young to remember him. But I'm going to tell you right now, bro, these dudes are not that. They're not. Boxing is nowhere near. These dudes are nowhere near that guy. They're nowhere near that guy. There's just a once in a century type of person. Bro, Ali is a once in a century type of person. Honestly, he might be a once in a couple centuries type of person. That type of shit don't just happen, bro. You better believe that type of stuff doesn't just happen. That is a once in a couple centuries. I mean, for real, think about it. If you think about the dude, really think about what he is and like the things that happened around him and the time that he was fighting and the significance of him during the time that he's fighting. Dude, you have literally historical figures floating, some of the biggest historical figures of the 20th century, all floating around him. If you think about it, all floating around him. Not where he's the center of attention, and they are orbiting around him. If you think about it, the dude was gigantic, bro. Joe Louis was gigantic. Don't lunch on how big a name Joe Louis is. Dude, Joe Louis is bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Joe Louis. From historical context, the biggest name fighter ever is definitely Ali. The number 2 is probably Joe Louis. Joe Louis was a bigger name than Floyd Mayweather Jr. is. But we're not alive in the 1940s and the 1950s. You got to understand, this dude, Joe Louis, was around Hitler. That's during the World War II. This dude is an athlete that really, him and secondarily, secondarily, Jesse Owens are the athletes that a world war is revolving around. He's iconic to World War II. Ali is iconic to the civil rights movement, to the Vietnam War. You have figures like Martin Luther King, and Malcolm X, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, all floating around him, where he's the big name. Like, he's the big name. I'm telling you, and he got it through what he did in the ring, because he was an Olympic gold medalist when being an Olympic gold medalist meant something. Guess who was not guess what heavyweight champions were not Olympic gold medalists? Jack Johnson's not an Olympic gold medalist. Jack Dempsey was not an Olympic gold medalist. Rocky Marciano was not an Olympic gold medalist. I don't know. Maybe Floyd Patterson. Was Floyd Patterson an Olympic gold medalist? He may have been. I have to check to see if he was. I think he may have been an Olympic gold medalist. I think he may have. Yeah, he was a middleweight, but he's a middleweight gold medalist. Ali is a gold medalist. And then he beat Floyd Patterson. He beat Sonny Liston. He beat all these dudes, man. I'm telling you, that's a different level guy, man. It's just an all-around different level guy, man. Like, dude, these fighters aren't anything. Dude, these guys ain't, get your biggest world soccer player that there is. Whether it's Macy, whether it is whoever these guys are, man, I'm telling you, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, these guys are not as big as him. Even Muhammad Ali, even Michael Jordan, who definitely got to be global in how huge a name he was still not Ali. I'm telling you, man, y'all don't sleep on that stuff. Expensive Party, I want a body on my record. Bronze Bomber, yes, sir. You lunching on that dude. Don't lunch on that dude. He's historically, these guys will all be forgotten before he is. And for you to say Terence Crawford is somewhere near that guy, you can kick. And as a fighter, prove he's a better fighter. He beat better fighters. Ali beat better fighters than Terence Crawford did. So how do you know Terence Crawford's a better fighter? How do you know Floyd's a better fighter when he didn't beat better fighters? There is no Sonny Liston on Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s resume. None. There's no George Foreman on that dude's resume. There's not. A George Foreman. There's not. He's never got where you are 1,000-to-1 underdog. He's never walked into the ring 1,000-to-1 underdog and won the fight. Matter of fact, you name another fighter that's done it multiple times. You name a fighter that's done it multiple times. Name them. You won't find one because there's not one. My guy, Fanon and friends, bro, I don't want your money, bro, till you get rid of that dumb shit, dude. You're a troll. Fanon, Bud is the only time undisputed. No, he's not the only two-time undisputed. No, he's not. That is not the truth. That is not the truth. I'm bugging. Click the link if I'm bugging. It's right here. The link is above. I'm sorry. The link is above. I'm not bugging. I'm telling you the truth. You guys are tripping. You guys are tripping. You're not going to find any of these boxing historians or people that saw these guys fight. The eye test? What do you mean the eye test? How else are you going to judge? How else are you going to compare fighters from different eras other than the eye test and what they did to the competition around them? If you beat the absolute best competition, that's all you can do is beat the absolute best competition. The question is, have you fought the best competition? You can't tell me a top heavyweight that Muhammad Ali fought did not fight in the 1960s. Give me the name of one that he didn't beat in the 1960s. I'll wait for you. You tell me who between 1960 and 1970, what heavyweight, what top heavyweight Muhammad Ali did not beat? Between 1970 and 1980, you tell me one heavyweight that he did not fight and or beat. Because the only one that he didn't beat was Larry Holmes. And there's none that he didn't fight. None. The difference between Ali and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is there is no Keith Thurman. There is no Antonio Margarito. There is no guy in any of those weight classes at any time that you can say was a top guy in that division, in his division. And by the way, heavyweight ain't a division. There's no weight limit there. So you can't talk about how many weight divisions you moved up. You can't talk about how many weight divisions you moved up because there is no weight class in the heavyweight division. You can guess who got that work? The 175-pound champion, Bob Foster, one of the greatest light heavyweights ever, moved up in weight and got his ass beat up. That's not even a weight class, the heavyweight division. If you want to move up and fight him, you can move up and fight him. Les Grant, you're a coward because you won't click a link. Yeah, I'm a hater and you're a clown because you won't click a link. Because you won't click a link and tell me how in the world what you're saying makes sense. My guy, Big Dog Wood said, youngsters don't know how special Ali, Malcolm X, JFK, MLK, civil rights, Vietnam, Bruce Lee, RFK, Sam Cooke, and etc. Ali is Ali. Dude, I'm telling you, man, that dude, I know now you can sit that shit down. Y'all can sit that shit down. No joke, you can sit that shit down. That shit ain't nowhere near. And you will never click the link. You will never click the link. Because it is an absolutely no comparison between him and those dudes. And then we can get to, now if you want to talk about Sugar Ray Robinson, skip to Sugar Ray Robinson. So I can smoke you on Sugar Ray Robinson. Smoke you on Sugar Ray Robinson. However, because you have no idea whether or not he's better or not. You don't know. You know why? Because you've never seen that man fight. Never. But guess what his record was when he was 40-0? Guess what his record was? I think he ran off like 80 straight wins. I think he was like 80 something wins. I'm pretty sure he got to like 80. How are you better than a guy that got over 100 wins? And between the weight classes of 126, 130, 135, 140, 147, 154, 160, 168, and 175. How? He lost for the light heavyweight championship, I do believe, at 175. I believe he was a middleweight champion, a welterweight champion, a lightweight champion, and a 126 featherweight champion. I'm pretty sure that he was all of those things. And beat fighters like Henry Armstrong, who, by the way, when you say that he's the only two-time undisputed champion, that's a lie. Because Henry Armstrong was undisputed champion at 126, 135, and 147, all at the same time, all in the same year. He didn't grow into the weight class. He just went up there and whooped his ass. Do you know what that's like? That's like Gervonta Davis winning a title at 126, moving up to 135, beating the undisputed champion at 135, and then moving up to 147 and beating Terence Crawford at 147. All in the same year. That's what Henry Armstrong did in 1936. So please explain to me what Terence Crawford has done or Floyd Mayweather Jr. has done to compete with that. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. And you're going to tell me they're just going to bowl over that guy? Really? Let me repeat. Henry Armstrong in 1936, I don't believe it was 37, I believe it was 1936, won the featherweight title at 126, moved up to 135, which would today be skipping a weight class, to 135, and beat the champion at 135. And then in the same year, he moved up again, skipped a weight class, if he did it today, to 147, and beat the undisputed champion at 147. 126, 135, 147. And then the same year, moved up to fight the undisputed middleweight champion. And then got robbed. Went for 4 of them in the same year. That's 4 undisputed titles he fought for and won 3 in the same year. And to boot, if you said, okay, now let's talk about how many weight classes that is today. That is 120. It's 130. Excuse me, it's 122. Because 122 is a tweener weight class. 126 is the original weight class. So he would have beaten Monster Inoue at 122. At 120, well, actually, what's Monster Inoue now? 120. Yeah, he would have beat Monster Inoue's whole weight class at 122. He would have beaten 126, the weight class above that. He would have beaten 130, all the guys at 130, 135, 140, and 147 in the same year. Now, you tell me something that you give me an accomplishment that Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Terence Crawford or Andre Ward has that messes with that in any way, shape, or form. And I want a $100 bet you can't touch it. I got a $100 bet you can't touch it. You want to talk about accolades? Ain't nobody in boxing history did what Henry Armstrong did in 1 year. And people that saw him fight say the better fighter was Sugar Ray Robinson. But you are going to tell, because this guy was undisputed in 2 when there's 4 belts, which means that you don't have to fight everybody to get the championship. Did that? Click the link, bums. Click the link. I can't wait for you to click that link. I can't wait for you to click that link. But Terence Crawford can't fight Boots because he's already proved it. Yeah, sure, bro. Sure. Betty Rich in the building said, hey, top of the morning, OG chat. Bottom line, they all talk about Ali in the history books and public schools. They're going to mention Mayweather or anybody else. No, they're not going to. Not in a history book. Not in like a legitimate history book. No. Kamal Oz said, B-Hop ran to Trevor's Cloud. Bud running from Boots. Come on, man. You talking about Cloud, bro? That's crazy, bro. I don't know why it took 9 days to receive a lab report. Charlie Burley was a better boxer than Ali. You've never seen Charlie Burley fight, so how would you know? There's only like a 10-second clip of Charlie Burley fighting. There's only like a 10-second clip of him fighting. He looked real good in that 10-second clip, though. Looks real good in that 10-second clip, though. I can't lie. Like, I get it. Like, you can see it immediately with him in that little 10-second clip. You can see it immediately. Hey, Miss A, what's going on, man? Hey, thank you to my guy, Team Superfly in the building, says showing love to the channel. Thank you, brother. He said, okay, Fanon, I've been the knee. I didn't know that. In the same year. In the same year, dog. In the same year. But you left him off the list. Just wanted to know whether you knew who Charlie Burley was. I wonder if you know who Charlie Burley is. Of course I know who Charlie Burley is. I'm a boxing fan. Why wouldn't I know who Charlie Burley is? I also know I've never seen him fight except for a 10-second clip. There's about 10 seconds of tape in existence on him. that we know of anyway. I'm sure they have it, but they ain't releasing it. It's sitting up in somebody's archive somewhere. Some really rich people are sitting back watching his fights like, yeah, we got it, but ain't nobody else going to get to see this. It's on tape somewhere. Betting against Bud this much should make you realize that ain't smart no more. I've never bet against Bud. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never bet against Bud, so I wouldn't know what it's like to bet against Bud. Because I've never done it. I'm not stupid. I don't bet against these guys, especially a 50-50 fight. I don't know which way that was going. And he's had one 50-50 fight. The rest of the fights were mismatches. Got 40 mismatches. Only one of them did I not know was a mismatch. The rest of them, not the early ones, because, would have known. Actually, I would have known the early ones too. Absolutely, because that's what you get. You get mismatches early. Was that Sam Langford? What you mean? Was that Sam Langford? What do you mean? Who was what Sam Langford? I did not say I was betting on Bud. Kelly, you're a liar. I never said that. Who said I was betting on? I specifically said I wasn't betting on Errol. I specifically said that. I turned down bets. Tell me somebody that won some money. Tell me somebody that got me winning some money betting on Errol in that fight. I didn't bet on anybody in that fight. I edged Errol. I thought it was a 50-50 fight, but I thought Errol would win. I favored Errol to win. I called that fight a 50-50 fight for years. What are you talking about? You guys are fucking jokes, bro. You just talk. You ain't never heard me say that. So why would you come in here and say that? I mean, I need to understand that, or I got to throw you out. I need an apology. I never bet against Terence in a fight. Never. I never bet against Errol in a fight either. Kamal Oz. Oh, I got that one unless you did. Oh, I'm sorry. Has Devin Haney responded to Subriel Matias yet? No. I don't think he has. I don't think he has. He's not going to fight Subriel Matias. And quite honestly, I'm very glad that he has not responded to him. I'm extremely happy that he has not responded to him. Because what is he going to say to him? I'm going to fight you later. He's not going to fight him. Since he's not going to fight him, I'm really glad that he didn't say anything. Just make the Regis Prograis fight. What's taking so long for this Regis Prograis fight? Telling you, man, that shit should have been done. Derek Choice said Crawford is already back in the gym preparing for the Errol Spence rematch. Boots has to wait. Boots is going to wait forever. He said he's not going to fight him ever. Mr. Martin got people in the chat and doing that Colin Kaepernick taking a knee. Oh, yeah, because y'all do. Let me tell you something, bro. How come he's never mentioned when he's talking about the greats? Every time, Fahim, every time I talk about the greats, I talk about Henry Armstrong. How can you not talk about Henry Armstrong? How can you not talk about Henry Armstrong? When you talk about the greatest fighters ever, how can you not? And if you've ever seen him fight, now there's tapes on him. Dog, let me tell you, that dude is going to be really hard to beat. That dude would be very hard for them to beat because he got a really crazy style. And he is, they call him Homicide Hank. Homicide Hank ain't no joke. But yeah, excuse me when I say I don't care about his Terence Crawford becoming undisputed. When, first of all, Errol won the 3 belts. Errol got 3 of them. And Terence jumped in at the end. And he jumped into at the end. I'm okay. Yeah, he's a mauler. Like, man, that dude can fight, bro. Devin trying to find somebody he can cherry pick at 140 and can't find one. trying to prolong that L. Hey, let me tell you. Dude, you say that one, you do it one more time, I'm gonna block you forever. I ask an honest question, bro, or that's it for you. Ask an honest question, or that's it for you. I'm not going to give you a lecture on Joe Gans, who you've never seen, who you probably know very little about. I'm not jumping through your I'm not jumping through your hoops anymore. Okay? Errol disobeyed Al and dude, come on, man. Their choice. You gotta come on with all of that, man. You gotta come on with all of that. You dudes have never heard this man. That's like that clown that jumped on that time. Here, click the link. You want to ask stupid questions? Ask stupid questions on the link. Joe Gans. A bantamweight from the early 1900s. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, lightweight, excuse me. I said bantamweight. He's a lightweight. And I thought he was even smaller than that. But anyway, Tevin Farmer is a relative of Joe Gans. Pretty cool. Oh, is he? I'm sure a lot of people are, I'm sure. Man lived in 1900, man. God dang, you're going to have a bunch of cousins. Yeah, Joe Gans are great. But, you know, that's like talking about John L. Sullivan or Sam McVeigh. You know, that's like, that's like, I guess Sam McVeigh's a little bit younger, but that, you know what I mean? That's like talking about Tom Cribb and Tom Melanois or something. Like, what about Tom Melanois? Which one? Speaking of Joe Gans, I seen a story. He said he's one of Bud's ancestors. Look, dude, Joe Gans, let me tell you how biology works. We're all related. We're all related. We're all related. At some point in time, in some way, shape, or form, we're all related. Okay? We're all related. I wouldn't be surprised if George Washington was, if Terence Crawford wasn't related to George Washington. You know what I mean? The guy lived a century before you were born. He was born a century before you. Have a kid that has 2 kids and all their kids. Have 10 kids, then have all of your kids have 10 kids, then have those kids have 10 kids, and then have those guys average 3 or 4 kids. And before you know it, you got descendants in the thousands. You've got descendants in the thousands, bro. I can tell you who I am confident that I'm related to. Because you know how long ago the dude lived? And my family comes from the same area and had been there the same time. Yeah, without a doubt, I'm related to that dude. I know I'm related to that dude. So what? You know what I mean? Bud almost did the same at 40. He almost did the same what at 40? Oh, because he got 2 in 1 fight and he never defended it. I'm not trying to hear all these ESPN stats y'all want to throw around. You guys throw those ESPN those ESPN stats, bro. You know what I mean? Look, man, my family and Muhammad Ali's family was on the same plantation. Hey, you know the chances are that the chances are that Muhammad Ali and my family are from the same plantation. Same plantation. Because a whole lot of people from Louisville, Kentucky came off the same, their grandparents were on that same Bardstown plantation. Okay? They were out on the same plantation. Yeah, nah, not Genghis Khan. Alexander the Great. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If I was related to one historical figure that I would think I was related to, it'd be Alexander the Great. Because he has so many damn kids and they're from the same area. I'm of Sparta. I think Sparta's the Romans, though. You definitely got his arrogance. Man, my people, we from the same plantation in Bardstown, Kentucky. Same plantation. You know what I mean? Same Negroes from the same plantation. Anyway, yeah, who cares? Greece, yeah. I got family straight from Greece. Straight from Greece. Like, as in still in Greece. Got family still in the same area, same mountain area that them people been in there for thousands of years. Same place. Okay, can track it right back there. Bing, bang, boom, right there. So yeah, you a newt. What you expect? You know what it is. Yeah, dog. You know what I mean? Mansa Musa in this mug. Hey, you a newt. What you expect? You know. But anyway, at the end of the day, who cares? I don't care if he's related to Joe Gans or not. So what? Everybody's related to somebody, you know? Could be Alexander loved African women. Nah, dog. I'm talking about they ain't black at all. The Greek relatives that I have are not black at all. Not a lick. Not none. Except for maybe before, like before they turned into the color they are. No, the relatives, and I don't call them my family because I don't know them, but my relatives, people that are blood related to me that are Greek are from Greek. The origin of snake speak, yeah, and they're a bunch of lawyers too, which is funny to me. Darren Lamar, how can I help you?
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Well, first of all, man, I just want to say, congratulations on all of the followers and everything. But I just maybe I'm confused because I used to actually follow your channel and everything, but it was a lot of like broadcasting.
Well, you're gonna have to get. You're gonna get around to insulting me soon. So let's cut that quick. What did I say that you have a problem with? You're gonna come around to insulting me very quickly. I know this. So what did I say that you have a problem with specifically?
I just want to know. It's many things that I saw.
I'm not going to talk about many things. I need for you to tell me something that I said that you have a problem with, okay?
Let's go back to let's just go back to the. And I'm not here to insult, and that's why I'm asking you the question because maybe I got it twisted. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I have it twisted, and if I have it twisted,
easy for us. It's real easy for you to tell me something that I said.
Okay,
and what your problem is with it.
For instance, I don't have a problem with. For instance, like what you just mentioned, Bud Crawford got he got 150-50 fight. The rest is mismatch. Yeah. All of Bud's fights is a mismatch. All of them besides Errol.
Can you tell me a fight that wasn't a mismatch?
All of Bud's fights are not mismatch.
Can you tell me a fight that Terence Crawford had that did not turn out to be a mismatch? There aren't any because he beat
even coming in. So are you saying it's a mismatch like before, like leading up to the fight? Like, okay, we just know Bud is going to wash him.
Listen to what I'm saying. Terence Crawford has had one fight that he's gone into where the people going into the fight would have called it a 50-50 fight. And I don't think that he has ever been the underdog in his career. That happened to everybody at 135. Nobody that he fought at 135 was somebody that I thought had a chance to beat him. Nobody.
Well, definitely the Gamboa fight wasn't like going into that fight. I did not
think Yuriokas Gamboa had any chance of beating Terence Crawford. No, I didn't. He's a 126 pounder, and by that time, I already had Terence Crawford in my top 10 pound for pound. When you think, I'm telling you what I think. I have had Terence Crawford as my number 1 pound for pound fighter since Andre Ward retired. He's been in my top 5 pound for pound fighters since he beat Ricky Burns. You can be a very good fighter and still not come anywhere near being able to beat Terence Crawford. Ricky Burns had no chance. Gamboa had no chance. Hank Lundy had no chance. Those guys had no chances. I never said that he shouldn't fight the guys. He fought who he was supposed to fight, but those were not close fights. They weren't. At 140 pounds, none of the guys that he fought were a 50-50 fight. Not close. The only one that came anywhere near close might have been Victor Postol.
Okay. And so when you saying 50-50, are these based off?
I'm looking at the fight. 50-50 is where I'm looking at the fight, and I'm saying, you know what? Terence could win this fight. Like I said with Errol, Terence can win this fight, but so can Errol. He can win this if this happens. He can win it if that happens. The rest of the guys Terence Crawford fought, it wasn't the case. Now, let me put this in context and tell you why I said it. When I'm comparing the accolades of somebody of like Terence Crawford to Muhammad Ali, because look at the title. Errol Spence win goes to Terence Crawford head greater than Ali. If you look at the accolades and the accomplishments of Ali, Ali has fought fighters where the vast majority of the public not only thought he could lose, thought he would lose, and thought he would get knocked out and destroyed in. And he wind up beating the tar out of the dudes on multiple occasions. One of them is Sonny Liston, who by many people is a top 10, top 15 heavyweight all time. George Foreman, many people, a top 10 heavyweight champion of all time. And he knocked both those dudes out. He knocked out one in the early 1960s, and he knocked out another one 10 years later in the early 1970s. So when I said that Terence Crawford has nothing like that, that is why I say no, he's never been in a, he's only been in one fight that I think was a 50-50 fight.
Okay. So you answered my question that you think. So I'm like 50-50 all over, like in reality. So in your world, he's never fought anybody that's 50-50. So basically every basically
I just said he did.
Okay, and everybody he's based.
No, fix what you just said. You just said I'm saying he never did. No, I'm telling you he did. Errol.
I mean, yes, but besides Errol, you keep cutting it off. Besides Errol, so yeah, you say
there's no need to say besides because he beat Errol. He's on his record. I'm not saying something besides Errol. I'm saying what he's done today.
So coming in. No. So are you saying leading up to the fight or just after when?
I'm telling you right now. This is August 18th of 2023.
Okay.
Right now, that he has had one fight that he's had that I thought he had a chance to lose. One. Everybody else, I knew the outcome before the fight was announced. But that's not an insult to Terence Crawford. That's really telling you how great a fighter Terence is. But that's a fact.
Okay. And listen.
No, I'm not listening to nothing. I listened and I answered. So you answer me.
I'm wrong about.
You going to listen and answer to me?
I'm wrong about that then because the way you pushing it out.
Answer my question. No statements. I answered your question. Answer my question. Answer my question.
Okay.
Do you know of a fight that Terence Crawford fought that was a 50-50 fight, in your opinion?
Coming into the fight or after the fight?
Coming into the fight. It's the only time you can judge whether it's 50-50 fight or not. Coming into the fight. Do you know of anybody that you thought was a 50-50 fight?
No.
Then what would you argue with me about if you don't know of one?
But I wouldn't say it's a mismatch.
Dude,
there's a difference. It's not a miss.
I said I've not seen him in a 50-50 fight. I haven't. That's what my message was, and you agreed. Now you're going to want to spin it and say, well, they're not mismatches.
I'm not spinning it.
If you start
because
talking
every time when I say something, you just cut off and you're not hearing an entire statement.
Dude, if they're not, because I don't got all day to get to what I already know you're gonna say. They're not mismatches. Not a 50-50 doesn't mean a mismatch. Right?
It doesn't mean it's not. If it's not a 50-50, it doesn't mean it's not a mismatch. No, it's not a mismatch. Because it's basically saying anybody that Crawford pretty much fought, they have absolute, like maybe like a puncher's chance or something like that. Like they just done. Like everybody. So everybody that Crawford fought is like a Tank versus Ryan.
I like that you said that. I like that you said that. Because it's absolutely true that everybody that Terence Crawford has fought going into it, with the exception of Errol Spence Jr., only had a puncher's chance. I believe that is 100% correct.
I mean, okay, you're right.
Who do you know? Let me ask you that question. Let's exchange questions. Who do you know that had something greater than a puncher's chance to beat Terence Crawford?
Okay, coming into the fight, nobody ever downplayed Porter to just get washed up by.
That man had a puncher's chance to beat that man. Please.
I said coming into the fight.
That man had a puncher's chance to beat
coming into the fight. No, of course. Now listen. After the fight, when everybody found out what was going on behind the scenes, then they make their judgments.
No. That man had a puncher's chance going into the fight.
No.
That man had a puncher's chance going into the fight. Wasn't nobody in no mystery about who was going to win that fight.
Of course, we know he was going to win.
Outbox him? You thought he was going to outbox him? You thought Sean Porter was going to outbox Terence Crawford?
No, but it wasn't just like a run over.
We had a puncher's chance.
But so it's like you one of the people that discredits everybody he's fought until
there you go. You one of these people that discredit. You agreed with what I said. You agree with what I say.
No, I did not.
I did
not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Because you said he's never been in a 50-50 fight other than Errol.
Okay, I'm
discrediting him. So are you.
No. You see, this is what you're doing. I'm not saying all of his
I asked you a straight up question. I asked, do you know of anybody other than Errol Spence Jr. where it's a 50-50 fight? And you said no. So if I'm discrediting him for saying it, so are you. Why do you get to say it and I don't?
If you listen, you keep cutting me off.
I am, because I want you to tell me why you can say it, but I can't.
Coming into the fights, if it's not a 50-50, if you call somebody a mismatch is basically he's fighting. It's no competition. Basically, it's nothing. Like he's coming into
mismatch is where a guy doesn't have a chance to win.
Exactly.
It's a mismatch.
No, I don't. Terence, I don't agree with that. I don't
care whether you agree with it or not. I said he had never been in a 50-50 fight. Now you want to jump and say that you want to switch my words from 50-50 fight to every fight was a mismatch that he ever had. If I define a mismatch as you don't have a chance to win, anything but a puncher's chance, and you can't name anybody that had any more than a puncher's chance, then you agree with me. You agree with me, but you get to say it and I don't. You're being unfair to me. You're being unfair to me.
I'm not being unfair
to Bud. You're being unfair to me because you think you can think it, but I can't.
We're saying two different things here.
No, we're not saying two different things. I asked you the question to clarify.
We are.
I'm telling you, only one fight that I've seen Terence Crawford in is where I gave a guy a 50-50 chance of beating him. And that's Errol. That's the only one. Then I asked you, do you know of any fights that Terence Crawford have had that was a 50-50 fight other than Errol? You said no.
Correct. Okay.
Then you went to puncher's chance. And I said, okay, well, I've only seen one fighter, Errol, who had more than a puncher's chance. Then
so that's what I'm saying. Like when you
I'm gonna complete it.
Okay, go ahead.
I asked you, do you know of anybody other than Errol that had more than a puncher's chance? And you say no. So that's you saying the same thing as me. Because
no. You asked about the 50-50.
I asked about both.
About 50-50.
They had
both. Yes, more than yes. There is the fights where, and I told you.
Let me ask you this question again.
Okay.
Name somebody that you think was going to outbox Bud and win a fight.
I didn't see you asking me outbox. That's not a puncher's. You did not ask me that question.
Tell me somebody that does not need a knockout to beat him that you realistically think can knock him out. That's what a puncher's chance is. A puncher's chance is somebody you know ain't going to outbox him, and only chance he has is to knock him out. And even then, he's probably not going to do it. That's a puncher's chance. That's the definition of puncher's chance. So you tell me somebody that he fought that you believe could have outboxed him and had a high likelihood of being able to knock him out. Name one. You're not on mute. Silence. Nobody's the answer to that. Nobody is the answer to that. So now, since nothing,
can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly well. Name one.
I already named who wasn't a mismatch. We're talking about the mismatches.
I didn't say who wasn't a mismatch. I said who had more than a puncher's chance. And I defined puncher's chance. You want to ask me questions. I want to ask you questions. Because when I ask you questions, you're going to tell me exactly how much you agree with me. But it's okay for you to agree and think that way, but it's not okay for me to say it. That's what we're going to come around to. Without a doubt, 100%. Again, puncher's chance.
Yo,
who do you know?
You just went out.
Who do you know? Name a fighter that you thought had a reasonable chance to outbox Bud and a reasonable chance that you thought could outbox him. You know that's nobody. And then somebody that had a more than reasonable chance of knocking him out. Name the fighter then. Because that's what you have to do to say that the guy has more than a puncher's chance. Just labeling puncher's chance without defining puncher's chance. I defined puncher's chance. Name the fighter.
Okay, so I'm before leading up to the fight. So everybody thought.
Answer the question, because you don't know who everybody thought. I'm asking what you think. I don't care what everybody thought. I'm asking what you think about that question.
Kell Brook.
You thought Kell Brook, when he fought Terence Crawford, was going to do what? Outbox him?
Listen, he had more than your question. What did you just ask me? What did you just ask me?
So you're saying Kell
Don't
Brook.
go. What did you just ask me? What did you just ask me? What did you just ask me? What did you just ask me?
I asked you, who do you think had a reasonable chance to beat Terence Crawford by
more than a punch? You didn't say outbox. You say more than a puncher's chance, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Kell Brook.
And what's a puncher's chance?
What you mean? Like I don't have to explain what a puncher's chance is.
I'm explaining to you what a puncher's chance is. We're going to define the word. A puncher's chance is somebody that you do not think can outbox him. Right? He has no chance to outbox him. Very little chance to outbox him. And more than likely is not going to knock him out. And the only way that he's going to win is if he knocks him out. That's the only way. That's a puncher's chance. That's why I used it. I defined the word puncher's chance for you and everybody else. Because if you're going to say, if I say somebody has a puncher's chance, I know what puncher's chance means. So now that you know what puncher's chance means, give me the name of the guy that had a puncher's chance. Kell Brook?
Are you gonna allow me to, like, when I'm explaining myself, you cut me off?
I'm gonna only allow you to answer me with a name.
I told you, Kell Brook. You told me name a fight. Name a fight.
So you got Kell Brook that you think had more than a puncher's chance. You got any more?
Why we have to? You asked me the question. Like okay, now so the Kell Brook not.
But you're trying to set me up to call me biased. You're going to tell me I'm a hater because even though you essentially
you definitely biased.
I'm biased. Prove my bias.
I mean, just go look at your videos.
What is no? Let's not go look at my videos. I'm right here. I mean,
we can tell.
What do I know? Why do you look at my videos?
So the reason why I tagged in, right, is because, like I said, you said everything was a mismatch. That's not true. So who's ever
you agree with that statement.
I agree that they were all not 50-50. That's what I said. I don't say that his whole.
You're not going to slip off and act like you didn't. You're not going to slip off and act like you didn't. You name one person that you think had a chance maybe to knock out Terence Crawford. One. You could come up with one name, and you don't even believe that. You believe Kell Brook coming off that Errol Spence Jr. fight and coming off that Gennady Golovkin fight, having not fought in that weight class for 3 years, you thought you were really sitting up there thinking that he was about to outbox and beat Terence Crawford?
I say he had more than a puncher's chance.
More than a puncher's chance doesn't mean it's still not a mismatch. Dude, seriously, man, you don't even disagree with me, boy. I got no more time.
So when I
kick you off, I'm sick of you. When I kick you off, I'm sick of you. You literally agreed with me. You literally agree with me. But it's something wrong with me for saying it. How about you just don't like me saying it? And you be honest about that. Okay? Every single solitary fight that to date, that Keyshawn Davis has had has been a mismatch. It has been a one-sided fight that I knew the outcome to. Okay? One-sided fight that I knew the outcome to. You guys are tripping. You think you're going to run around and just insult me for 15 minutes when I know you agree with me and I can walk you around and get you to say you agree with me? But you want to start switching words and flip between, 50-50 fight and mismatch and puncher's chance. I'm going to define the word for you, sir. I'm going to define the word for you. So we don't have to say, I know they didn't have a chance to win, but I didn't say they had a puncher's chance. Like I said, when comparing him to Ali, no, he's not fought this level of competition and done the things that the Ali did. That's why I brought it up. Look at him mad. I'm not mad about anything, you clown. Click the link, buster. That's what we used to call y'all, busters. Intellectual busters. What's going on? Derek James said Crawford's fight looked easy because he works his ass off in training. Bud takes all his opponents seriously because grown man who trains to punch you in the face has a chance to beat you. Yeah, it's called a puncher's chance. Please stop acting like this dude has fought a bunch of guys that you did not already know the outcome of the fight when you walked in. Okay, except for Errol Spence. Okay, and that's a fact. And I don't know why you guys want to pretend. And you're going to try to talk me around. You're just going to try to get on here and just insult me. No. You can stop it. Much love, Derek Choice. Oh, and guy's not in the back ring anymore. Get out. Okay? Game's over. You agreed. So goodbye. No, I'm not agreeing. Yeah, you are. You're trying to find a polite way to say that you just think this because you're biased. Well, if I'm biased, then you should be able to show me how I'm being unfairly prejudiced. Unfair. That's the see, I know y'all don't really believe in dictionaries, but when you use a word, it'll have this thing right behind in the dictionary called a definition. So when you say I'm biased, I say, okay, what do you mean by the word that's coming out of your mouth? What do you mean by that? Well, the first thing that you do to know what somebody means is you go look up the definition. You look up the definition. That's being unfairly prejudiced. Unfair. Unfair is the key to that. Unfair. Now, if you agree with me, how can you say I'm being unfair when you agree with what I'm saying? Are you being unfair by agreeing, or am I being unfair? If I say that I think that picture is pretty, and you say, well, I agree that picture is pretty, how can you then call me biased? Yeah, I agree with you, but you're just saying it because you're biased. Hold on, man. You said it's pretty too. Well, yeah, but I think it's pretty because it's really pretty. You think it's pretty because you're biased. How do you prove that? I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at. I say it's pretty, you say it's pretty, but just because, Dude, you guys are easy money. And you can say he makes it look easy because he works hard. Everybody works hard. A lot of guys work hard. Terence Crawford's a very skilled fighter. You guys are bums. Did you speak on him hitting Errol Spence in the back of the head and out? No, I did not speak on that, Keogh Taylor. No, I did not speak on that. Why would I speak on him getting hit in the back of the head? I'm not concerned with that. The fight is over. Jermell Charlo said something about that. I'm not Jermell Charlo. I heard it. But I don't think that's important. I don't think that's important. It's not just about this you chat shit all the time. Man, shut your dumb ass, you chat shit. Just shut your dumb ass up and click the link, dumbass. You chat shit. Yeah, I chat shit. Get up here and chat shit with me. Let's see how good you are at chatting shit. Let's see how good you are at chatting shit. How can I be biased? How can you claim I'm biased if you agree with me? I want to understand that. Oh, you're just biased. Dude, is that a $10 bill or is that a $10 bill? That's a $10 bill right there, right? You're just saying it's a $10 bill because you're biased. Is it a $10 bill? Yes. Okay, so what are you bringing up my bias for? To me, it just seems like you're hating on me. Because I think you guys are hating on me. That's what I think. I think you sitting up here butthurt because you don't agree with me. And you want to find a way to be right when you're talking to me. What Bud hate? I ain't hated on Bud not 1 second. Stop the Fanon hate, you bozos. This man literally agrees with something that I say, literally agrees with something I said, but still want to call me a hater for saying it. How in the world am I the biased one? I challenge you bums to click the link. I challenge you bums to click the link. You guys are bums at this. Don't start no YouTube channel, bro. Y'all be getting flipped like burgers. Y'all would be getting, let me tell you what y'all shouldn't do. Do not start a YouTube channel. You'll get flipped like a burger. Like for real. Y'all get flipped like burgers. Y'all so easy. Y'all are so easy. Just get up here and say what you think and don't try to start nothing with me. You're so good at covering your bases. Oh, you're just covering your bases. It's those debater tricks. You're just tricking me. No, I'm not. I'm just not falling for your trick. Like you trying to buddy up when you're about to call me biased. Trying to figure it out as you go. What can I do? What can I say to slip back? Nothing. What can I do so I can get this guy? Nothing. Exactly nothing you can do. Nothing. Nothing. Because what I said is completely logical. Completely. And it's and even then, it's a compliment to him. It's a compliment to say, yeah, he ain't been in any close fights. You could have said, yeah, because he's that good. Dummy. Why don't you say that? You morons. Dude, you are a moron. And I'm saying this and you think I'm getting mad. I'm not. I'm having fun. The most logical argument that you had was to say this. That's because he's that good. That's where you put your chess piece, dummy. You say the reason was because he's that good. Because then you can move away from that discussion. But you want to argue just to argue. You just want to find a way to prove your own bias to be true. You start with the conclusion that I'm biased when I'm not, which means you're going to lose every time. I give Terence Crawford every bit of credit he deserves. Every bit that he deserves. And then a little extra. You're trying to get me to like him. That's what you want me to do. You want me to be a fan of his. You want me to praise him. Tell the truth. What you want me to do, you bum, is to praise him above all others. It's not enough that I say he's the best pound for pound fighter in the world. It's not enough that I say, oh, he's got a 50-50 chance to win the fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he won the fight. I've never picked against him. I've never bet against him. Come on, man. That's not enough. You listen to these idiots that call me names and think that they ain't calling me names from over there for a reason. Okay? Let me tell you what they doing. They're Smokey and I'm Debo. When I'm there, they don't say nothing. But when I walk away, they'll be talking again. And you take all that Smokey talk and think you can bounce over here with it. You can't. Because I'm not biased. Let me put it this way. I refuse to exhibit bias. Let me be very clear. I refuse to do it because you bums are never going to catch me. Never. I swear you're never going to catch me in no boxing argument. You will never catch me in a boxing argument. Dog, Debo to these fools. Debo. Debo to these clowns. Straight Debo. Okay? Straight Debo them. Because you two is clowns. Kenyo, how can I help you?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you already said this, but another way you could say it is if he would have lost any of his previous fights, would it have been a major upset?
Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
If he would have lost any of his previous fights, would have been a major upset.
Yeah, just to go along with how
Yes,
you
every single solitary one of them. But
exactly.
the only problem is the word major. Because major implies that the fight was big.
Oh, right.
It also major also implies that all of these other people were giving Terence Crawford credit because they weren't. To me, they would have been major upsets. To me, they would have been major upsets. But I have him number one pound for pound, and I've had him there for years. So for me, they would have been a major upset. To Ring Magazine, no, it wouldn't have been a major upset because they never gave him his credit.
Exactly.
Terence Crawford was definitely has gone a lot of time where people were not giving him the credit. The only problem is it was never me.
Right. Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, man. I just wanted to
Thank you,
jump in.
Kenyo.
Yeah. All right.
All right, brother, get back. Yeah.
Yep.
Peace. Like that. Absolutely. But see, even then I'll analyze it. Would have been a major upset. They didn't treat Bud like he was a major fighter. They never gave him any. Those people weren't giving him credit. For you bozos to be coming around me, he said, ultimate, unadulterated said, Debo, I had to fall out with the clouds on that one. Dog, seriously, because these dudes be acting like it's sweet. Dog, you be acting like I'm just wildly out here saying stuff. I'm not just out here wildly saying stuff, man. Dude, I'm not. Mr. Velasquez, hold on one second. Sammy Ortiz said, Louis Rockman won. That's the definition of a puncher's chance. Puncher's chance is if the better fighter doesn't respect the other. I mean, yeah, puncher's chance is that anybody can land a punch and win a fight. Other than that, dog, you're about to lose. That's your chance to win. If you're a big puncher and you can hit it, yeah, you got a puncher's chance. But that's all. You know, Louis Vasquez said, Fanon has a table laid out with the Cajun boiled crawfish. Dog, fake imitation crawfish. They got imitation. They imitation crabs is what they are. Hey, Samuel Ramsey said, much love in that super chat, bro. Y'all are food, though. Please, seriously, click that link again. God, dog, click that link again. Smokey, I won't get my money. People said, what? He said, what money? What money? Man, you just taking my words and you twisting them up. Hey, my guy, Sam Ramsey said, convinced Bud would beat ES, but not the rest. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. I mean, look, Kamal Oz, boy, I love Kamal Oz, but Kamal be taking me like to the earth, ends of the earth with these questions. That is keeping me honest, though. Fanon, can you speak on Carl Froch's comments about AJ struggling with Hellenius and Wilder licking his chops to fight AJ? Eddie Hearn's putting on an artificial negotiation deadline. Oh, I think that they're going to try to duck that fight. Never. I don't owe him an apology. I don't owe him an apology. No, I will not apologize to him. For what? I don't owe him one. You tell me what I owe him an apology for. What did I do to him? Let me look this up. When do you owe someone an apology? Let's see what somebody else said. The time to apologize is when you genuinely feel sorry for your behavior. And we plan on doing whatever inner work needs to be done, not to repeat whatever we did that was hurtful. Just about everyone has said or done something that hurts another person's feelings. Sometimes you hurt someone without meaning to, or you say or do something unlike or later regret it. When you realize you've broken someone's trust in you or hurt them with your words or actions, it's a good idea to apologize. So I have no idea whatsoever why in the world I should apologize to that man. That shit is stupid. That's probably not even him. But you can click the link and anybody can explain to me why I owe him an apology. I think he owes me an apology. And I ain't getting one from him. I didn't say anything bad about him. He said something bad about me, which was completely not true. Unprovoked. Why should I apologize to him? You let me exactly who should I be? Let me know why. I know that's not I know it's not. He's gonna join and say the same thing and say it ain't him. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. Well, it wasn't me, but since somebody brought it up, man, I don't know Terence Crawford an apology for anything. I need to understand. I do for what? I bought the fight. Did I steal the fight? If I would have stole the fight, I would have. I owe him apology for stealing the fight. But I paid for that fight. Bud definitely owes me an apology for that terrible ass shirt he sent me. I can't lie. He owed me an apology for that. He just gonna owe me a refund on that. But anyway, he's gonna say the same. Yeah, exactly. That shit was terrible, bro. Whoa, my God, it was terrible. Click the link though. Seriously, one of y'all easy money. Come on. Come on, man. Give me the easy money. Come on, man. Come on. It's Friday. Y'all ain't get paid. Y'all didn't get paid. I believe every opponent Spence has fought would have been an upset prior to Boots. No welterweight could. Hey, look, there you go. You can say the same thing about him, even though I think that's not as true. Because Kell Brook, in the case of Kell Brook, that was the case with Kell Brook. Everybody else, I think I could agree with. Other than maybe Danny Garcia coming off that accident. Ring Magazine been unofficial since Ali called him out. Ali called out Ring Magazine? Oh, I'm sure he did. What's going on, James Vaughn? What's going on, brother? My Twitter brother. Say you are 100% right. Bud was getting recognized. Bernie's sorry ass came on your show to try to bait. No, he never came. Bernie was never on my show. And when you didn't agree, they labeled you, but not the media. No, Bernie the Boxer was never on my channel, James Vaughn. They've never come to my channel. Unless Bernie the Boxer was talking to me and I didn't know who it was. I think I would have recognized his voice, though. Maybe he came on before and I didn't realize who it was. Oh, but Bernie the Boxer definitely don't like me. But I like Bernie the Boxer. He's in their camp. And yeah, he tried to label me. Thank you. Give a shit about Terence Crawford trying to label me. For what? Who cares? Who cares? I expect your opinion, bruh, but Garcia didn't have no signature win at welterweight. Dude, Terence Crawford, why do you think, what is that? Tyler Hinkton, what does that have to do anything? The man was coming off of a 2-year layoff in a major car accident. Did you miss that part? Did you miss that part? Video on AJ Wilder. Man, come on. He's gonna duck the fight. I'll do it when he ducks that fight. Seriously, I'm telling you, the man was coming off a 2-year layoff. He's coming out, and I blocked that same G-Man account multiple times, and sometimes it is him. Dude, you can hit that link. When somebody comes off of a major car accident like that, and you don't even know what he's going to look like in the fight, you don't know what to expect in the fight. Okay? And Danny Garcia is a very good fighter at 147. He was a world champion at 147. He's a welterweight champion at 147. I don't know what you mean about signature wins. Terence Crawford didn't have a signature win at 140 or 147 until he beat Errol. So could he not fight? Hey, my guy Sammy Ramsey said you consistently praised Terence Crawford. Said he delayed the fight. True. Yeah, I did. Hey, I'm on the live stream. What's up? Hell yeah, I'm mad. The fuck? Man, that shit is annoying as hell. God dang. Hold on a second. I'm telling you, man, I have a problem with people. I have a problem with things that are like, I'm a specific person when I speak. I am a very specific person when I speak. I don't understand people that do not speak in a very specific manner, bro. If you say today is I'm going to be gone this weekend. Last time I checked, Friday is not the weekend. This is why you guys fall into all these damn traps. I'm telling you. This is why y'all, that's why y'all get suckered. Now, if I had a contract with you and you say I can't work the weekend, and you don't show up on Friday, Friday is not the weekend. Click the link, dumbass. I don't have any hate for Terence Crawford whatsoever. Your trollishness is consuming you. Because I don't go anywhere near you. I sit in my room, I sit in my office, and I talk boxing. This sound is going to sound bad for us. It's going to sound bad for a second. The sound is going to be off for a second. Your illiteracy, or not illiteracy, your lack of understanding is going to hurt you. You just don't like people's opinion and can't get around it, so you want to make it personal. I like Terence Crawford, and I don't know how many times I can say that I like Terence Crawford. I like Terence Crawford. I like him as a fighter. I think he's a great fighter. As a person, he seems like he'd be a decent dude to be around once you get past the initial, whatever that is that cats like that have. Once you get past the chip on his shoulder, then I think he's gonna be a nice guy. That's me. That's what I think. That's what I think. Hold on one second. All right, there you go. I like Terence Crawford very much. As a fighter, I like him a lot. As a family man, I like him a lot. I like 99% of the stuff I see from Terence Crawford, I like. 99% of it, I like. Hold on one second now. Big Dog Willie in the building. Says stock markets are open the weekend. That's not begin. What? The weekend. Stock markets are open. The weekend has not began. Dude, I'm not going to be available. Dude, somebody told me, and I love him to death, man, but somebody said, I'm not going to be available this weekend. Okay, you're not going to be available this weekend. It's not the weekend. It's Friday. The fuck? All right, man. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Man, cats they be blowing my mind. Now, if I missed it and somebody said Friday and this weekend, that's something different. Hold on one second. But anyway, we can jump past that. That's not you guys' problem. That's mine. Heck. Oh, there it is. All right. Oh my God, man. I love my nephew to death. Yeah, it's like, God, dog. I'm sorry for even sharing that with you, but it's crazy. Kamal Oz said, okay, I got that, brother. Yeah, I'll talk about that, dude. Yeah, they're bluffing, dude, because, dude, he's going to get knocked out, bro. Dude's going to get knocked out, bro. He doesn't want that fight because he's going to get knocked out. We want Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury don't want you, bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Where's the when money is not being traded? Yeah, dude, the weekend. Let me tell you when the weekend is. The weekend is after 5 p.m. local standard time on Friday. That's the weekend. It's not Friday morning. That's not Friday morning. Who you got in a rematch for non-butter? Spence at 154. I don't know. I think Terence Crawford should win the fight. I'll lean towards Terence Crawford. How about that? He won the first fight. Errol will have to do way, way better in the second fight. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know, man. I think, again, Tyler Hingleton, you're playing games with me. I think you're playing games with me. Man, Tyson Fury is the worst heavyweight champion ever. He's terrible as a champion. Terrible. He plays way too many games. That man is terrible as a champion. Terrible as a champion. Oh, man, I'm sitting there thinking that this is this thing. But anyway, man, y'all can click the link. Fury don't want nobody. Yeah, Fury's going to beat him. I mean, Fury's going to – Francis and Ngannou have – that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. The weekend was invented for church and prostitution. I don't even know what a weekend is, dude. I work 7 days a week. I don't understand what that is. I don't even think it's like, I don't even get that. I don't get a weekend. Like, never really have gotten the concept, really gave into the concept of a weekend. I've never been able to relax for 2 straight days. Hold on real quick. We got Crown in the building. How can I help you?
But nah, my bad for the last couple of days. I know you thought I was jumping on and jumping off.
Yeah.
My connection was trash. I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right, no worries, man. That's all right. What's good with you, sir?
I'm good. No, man, I was just calling up here to I just was calling to apologize for real, because a couple of days I got on and I did have a couple points, but today I don't have any points. I don't know. I just got on and I saw you was on. I'm just getting up.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. Well, nice meeting you, Crown. Nice to see you on the channel.
All right.
Appreciate you.
If
all right, bro.
About to watch you for a little bit more, and I come up with something, I'll get on.
Okay, no worries, man. Hey, thanks for letting me know that you wasn't just jumping in and out, though. I appreciate that.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
All right, man. Get back, man.
All right.
Yeah. No worries. I understand that. I'm actually glad that you did that, because I was like, okay, this is like the third time that you jumped in, and you jumped out. But that's cool. If you want to make a point, just let me know. Anytime you want to make the point, bro, I'm good. I'm good with that. Give me 1 second, though, because I got to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Got to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Not that big a deal, though, because really and truthfully, doesn't take that much time to do. Which is why I would say that you should probably do it, because it doesn't take that much time to do. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Hey, I'm not messing with you, Fanon. I personally had no dog in that fight between Crawford and Errol at all. That's cool. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely take Terence in the rematch. I mean, he won the fight pretty lopsided. I did not miss that. Samuel Ramsey in the building said, when some drop the ball, we got your back. Thank you, brother. No, I mean, it ain't no biggie, man. First of all, that's family, so it's just what it is. It's not that big a deal. I wasn't so much like really on the I'm not upset that about it. It's no big deal, really. But at the same time, bro, I'm like, I get real funny when, like, I said, I got this personal thing, man, that happened to me that really, really affected the way that I view the world. In my first year of law school, between my first and second year of law school, I was waiting for my grades, right, during the summertime. And I went to the law school because I was still in DC. So I went up to the school and I went to go check my grades. And I failed. And the grades they posted was like a 56 in criminal law. And I thought I aced that test. I was like, man, I aced that test. So I was like, how in the world? And if you fail a class in your freshman year, first of all, you got to take it over again. And it's real embarrassing to have to do that, right? So I was like, no, there's no way. So guess what I did? I went to the dean, because the dean, this is a very important lesson I learned in my life. I'm telling you. I should have learned the whole thing then, but I only really learned one part of the lesson then. Actually, 3 parts of the lesson. 3 parts of the lesson. I only learned one of the 3 major parts of this lesson. But I'll give you the relevant portion of the lesson that I learned. Anyway, I wrote in first degree murder, malice aforethought is. And it was literally the first thing that I wrote in the blue book was in first degree murder, comma, malice aforethought is. The dude failed me off that. And I was like, but I wound up getting out of it because I was like, hold on, man. That's the only grade. That's the only mark that you made in 5 blue books. Only 1 mark you made in 5 blue books, and there's no other scores for any other question. You failed me even though you didn't grade the other 5 questions. So he had to turn around and be like, oops, I messed up. And then he had to give me a much, much higher grade, right? even though he still screwed me. Because the reason that he screwed me is because I was always walking late to class and sitting in the back, and I was talking in class, and he didn't like me. But ever since then, I was like, because he said in first-degree murder, malice of forethought. You know what that means? That means you think malice of forethought is different in first-degree murder than it is in anything else. Malice of forethought is malice of forethought. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is how detailed these people read. So when you say something, you better be real sure. You specifically say, you better write what you mean as specifically and clearly as you humanly, as humanly possible to do it. And that is how cats get screwed on contracts all the time. And that's when you guys come up here to me telling me that I don't need to know the definition of words. You want to debate with me about a word and you don't know what I mean. And I'm telling you, that's why you're easy money. You're stone cold easy money to me. Because I know what I'm saying. And I'm very specific with what I say. So anytime you want to jump up to get beat down, you get jumped up to get beat down, just like that teacher tried to get me. But I got him but he still got me at the end of the day. He still got me because he screwed my grades up. However, because I know I did well on that test. But specificity of language means a lot. Already bad enough, the final for us is the only grade throughout the year. Exactly. That's what the dude tried to stick me with. But he couldn't stick me, and he was mad. Because then he's like, don't get too happy. It's only I think he wound up giving me a 79 or something. It's like, it's only a 79. I'm like, look, dude, it ain't a 59. It ain't a 59. I'll take it. See you later. Ooh, whoopee-doo. Not knowing, bro, I've gotten plenty of C's in my life. But he paid me back later on, believe it. Tom Sweeney said, salt. Hit this link so I can salt your ass up. Pause. I know y'all roll. Anyway, so back to the conversation, brother. I've never hated on Terence Crawford, not never. You all just don't like what I have to say. And anybody would like to get up here and tell me that he's better than Muhammad Ali and Sugar and that he of top 5 fighters all time, that he belongs on there, and Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Henry Armstrong do not. Or that Andre Ward belongs on there, and they don't. Oh, mentor, teacher. Oh, yeah. Oh, he was real salty. He was a judge of one of the biggest jerks I've ever met in my life. Straight jerk. Straight jerk. But it is what it is. It didn't matter, though, man. Rest in peace. I think he passed. I do believe he passed some years ago. But Dean Ramsey, rest in peace. He was right, though. He taught me that lesson, though. It ain't no joke. He's one of my best teachers I've ever had. Because God dog, bro, I swear to goodness, he got me on that. Something nasty. But I should have learned. I had another great teacher. Sometimes you gotta get an ass whoop to know. You know what I mean? But what you want to salt my ass? Why? I said, hey, watch this, Tom Sweeney. See you later, bro. I said pause, bro. Upon pause, all silly references stopped. I said pause. You violated the rules. I said pause. Pause means before you react, understand that I don't mean that. There you go. You knew. Sorry, I got to do 2 things at the same time, but we ain't letting it stop the show. Hey, not even on what's SRL. It's always been about who you fought. Sugar Ray Leonard. these youngsters are ignorant of the history of boxing. Look, first of all, let me be fair. Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard either. But just to be clear, I'm doing it to have fun and to compliment Terence Crawford. I think it's a great conversation to talk about where he belongs and where he belongs. You know what I mean? I mean, how many human beings where you literally can compare these dudes favorably to guys like Oscar De La Hoya? See, I'm a boxing fan, bro. I'm not a fake fan. I'm a real boxing fan, man. And I appreciate the career of and I appreciate the career of these fighters. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. On the matter, you let me know what you think in the comment. Sorry about that. Because, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. So I got to make sure I get something done while I'm doing this. Yes, sir. They want you swinging on Bud Sack. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, but I can't participate in that. Buzz in the top 100, maybe top 9. It'd be in it. Hey, look, TK Love. Look, man, I can only talk about this century because that's what we know about. I can talk about the 90s. I can talk about with reasonable certainty. I can talk about the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and this one. Those are the ones I can talk about. Really and truly, those are the ones I can talk about. The other ones, man, that's tough, bro. Seriously. One of my favorite YouTubers who I've not talked to in a long time, because I'm sure he doesn't like almost anything that I say nowadays, but it is what it is. He's still a great YouTuber and a very, very true fan of the sport of boxing. That's the Great Blood Boxing. Would always say, look, man, there's only a couple people on YouTube that can even come up with a list of who the top fighters in boxing history are. And he said there's maybe 5 guys on all of YouTube. He said that a couple of years ago, so maybe there's maybe somebody jumped out there that, may jump on that list. But there's guys like the Boxing Librarian, Scrapbook Boxing. Those guys can have that. Those guys can have that conversation. Those are the guys that I really believe comfortably can have the conversation. Some of y'all, though, nah, y'all can't really have that conversation. Talking about who you think the best ever is. You can talk about this century. It's going to take a lot of studying, bro. Hey, Mr. Martin said, hey, Spence should train with Gary Russell Jr.'s brothers. Man, let me tell you, I think Spence should get a lot of southpaw sparring partners. Much love in that super chat. I think he should get a lot of southpaw sparring partners. That's what I think he should. That's the only thing that I say. I think he should. And I do think, personally, I think he should take some time. I don't really even know if a lot of time off is even good for him. Really, because he's had so much damn time off. Other than maybe, don't do anything for like 4 months, But after 4 months, dude, get back in the gym after about 4 months. It's not going to take him that. If it takes him longer than 4 months to recover and be ready to fight, bro, then you need to hang him up. That's my take. Hold on one second. Where's Upper Echelon today, man? The hate for Bud is over 900. Terry Schmoop, can you click the link? I need to ask a question. I don't know how long his arms are. I didn't really think the arm length was that big a deal, but I wasn't in there. But he's got the range now. And we'll see real early what's up, though, if he looks different. Hold on a second. I'm almost there. I know I'm losing some of y'all, but some of y'all are going to have to just be patient because it is what it is. I got to get something done.
Errol Spence and Terence Crawford fight aftermath.
All right, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. All right, cool. I got that. I had to do that. Upper echelon in the building. What's going on, upper echelon?
Shalom, Key. I was sitting here watching you from the TV, laying back in the bed. What's good with you? What you need, buddy?
Oh, nothing, man. I'm good. I was just gonna ask Terry Schmoot to explain exactly how I'm a Terence Crawford hater because I needed it from a Terence Crawford hater opinion. But what's on your mind today, man?
Oh, nothing much. Just sitting back, relaxing. Listening to that interview the other day that Jessica McCaskill gave on how Eddie Hearn and Matchroom are extorting their fighters and trying to force them into contracts or making them pop dirty if they don't. And it was kind of troubling to hear that, but you hear that in the boxing circles how, Top Rank will put fighters on the shelf if they don't sign a re-extension contract like they did Mikey Garcia. Like, a lot of fighters get roped into contracts, and when they get to like their last fight or close to the end of their contract, they're trying to give them the re-up. And if they don't, then they try to make it where they can't fulfill the first contract, so they be stuck. Like Rashida Ellis, Mikey Garcia, and then they say Alicia Baumgartner wasn't trying to re-sign, and now she's popping dirty. And McCaskill said it's probably gonna happen to her as well. I was just sitting there thinking, like, damn, they're dirty over there. But that's boxing. Boxing always been a dirty sport ran by the mob. So it don't slight me in the lightest. I mean, it don't push me in the slightest. And I was also thinking about when I had went over on my show the other day, I was thinking that Errol Spence, he needs to move up to 154 and fight either Tim Tszyu or Brian Castano, because if they trying to push the Crawford fight, since Steven Espinosa's not trying to put that fight on next, Earl got to still show that he can compete at that level, because Crawford's an S-class fighter right now. I mean, say what you want. I'm a biggest Earl Spence fan, but my eyes tell me that right now Terence Crawford is S-class, and if Earl can hope to compete with that right there, he's gonna have to make a statement at 154. And he said he don't do tune-ups. He said he don't do light work. And if he wants to get the fans to believe in getting that rematch right there, he's gonna have to make a statement, and that's give Showtime something that they can push. Like if he goes out there and fights a Brian Castano or Tim Tszyu, and he shows that he's dominant over them, then people can say, okay, it was the weight. Now we can see what he looked like, and it'll get people's intrigue for the fight again. Because before the Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight, you could have asked us who would have won between the Castano and Tim Tszyu fight, and we would have told you, a Castano or Tim Tszyu versus Earl, we would have told you Earl would have washed both of them. Because, we was talking about Earl moving up to fight Canelo, how he was the last person on the Canelo's contract. And after that Terence Bud Crawford fight, a lot of faith has been lost in Earl. So he's going to either have to go up, fight them, and show he can still compete on the top level, because if he can't compete on the level which he's used to completing, he needs to just go ahead and sit back and retire, because if you can't compete at the higher level, he don't want to tarnish his reputation or risk getting injured doing stuff like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones did when they was later on in their careers and they started getting knocked out by C-class and D-class fighters right there. You don't want to be in that situation, especially when you got Al Heyman and you done made the financial gains that you made like that. So I feel like as a Spence supporter and fan, if he can't compete on the highest level, he just needs to hang it up, because boxing's not a sport that you can play with or something that you go off half cocked, because people lose their lives in this sport. They get brain injuries. It's blunt force trauma. But I would like to say peace and blessing to you, my man, for now. I'm about to send you something. And peace and blessing to everybody, Justin Hawkins, all y'all out there, AJ64, all y'all out here for Nas. Y'all hit that like button. Show a little love out there. And oh yeah, for now, if you get a chance, swing by later on today. I'll be going live again at 2:30 today, bro. And appreciate everything you do, bro. And I'm about to see you something.
All right, man. Get back with you, brother. Thank you for the support, man, for sure. All right,
no problem.
Peace.
Peace and blessings.
Terry Schmizu, what's up, man? So why am I a Terence Crawford hater? I need to understand this, dog.
Oh no, I mean, hey, shout out to everybody listening, and shout out to everybody who will be tuning in to, who will be listening to this chat after it's live. No, good morning, Fernand. First and foremost, we always give salutations. So I hope you're having a great day, and also hope you have a great upcoming weekend. I'm still at work, so it's not the weekend yet. So I mean, it's not, you know me. I was just showing that's one of those Dragon Ball Z things, like his energy level.
I needed you to troll. I know what you mean. I needed you to troll.
You got people.
Explain this to me.
I mean, here's the thing. It might just be maybe some of the rhetoric that may have been said in the past that people may skew a little bit indifference towards Terence Crawford, meaning that probably had a few viewpoints. I mean, I can't consider it hate those things, and also a level of competition. I mean, you guys have been antagonizing his resume and his level of competition, so it's a little bit of cannon fodder and a little bit of ammunition for people to try to have little jab points. They try to do things like that. So now you already got a lot of work. These trolls are coming in, and I know the channels that they're coming from. Fanon, I listen in the afternoon. There's some other channels out there, and bro, if I could tell you some of the most ridiculous stuff, like, and some of the times, like, you think I'm trolling with those statements, I'm bringing those statements from the other people. I'm just bringing them over here because they're not even being brought up, because they're saying some of the most extraneous stuff.
Like what? I need to know. I don't ever go. So entertain me for a second.
So there's one dude who I follow. I guess they had a big old cursing match. Basically, Bud is never going to get his full credit. Number one, I guess even with this Errol win, they'll say Bud will never get his full credit. There's a lot. I guess when it comes to the resume talk, well, I'll use his talk. So a lot of people like to compare Danny Garcia, the Sean Porters and everything, but then you discredit Kell Brook, Amir Khan. I gotta go bring Boxer Die on here. I could try to do what Boxer Die does, but he's my dude. He's my boy David. I need him because he's a 100% Terence Crawford fan. I think he's addressed some of your points because he does listen in. I think you guys will have a very good debate, but he's a 100%. I can't pull his talking points because if you go on his channel and listen, it's all Terence. You know what I mean? So I wish I could bring it up.
I have no clue. Who dude is. Never heard
he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's a young kid, but
there's a lot of cats that are 100% Terence Crawford fans.
Yes, sir.
I can understand, and being a 100% Terence, that's fine. You can be a bigger fan you want to be. I explained exactly why I said that I thought that man ducked that fight because he did not want to take a financial risk. He's adverse to risk. He wanted a big guarantee that he turned around and said at the end of the day he was right and he didn't need. So if at the end of the day, if he turns around and says what I was saying was right, then there goes this I'm hating on you argument. It goes out the window. You can't say, because that's what I said. Now, if people are playing around on the channel saying, yeah, well, whether you like the term duck or not, and please understand that the word duck is used in the context of being around Devin Haney fans all the time. Where you fart in the wind too loud, it's a duck. So, you know what I mean? Like, you got to understand that definition of duck got stretched so wide that everybody's stuck in it. But
Fernand called me up here, so he knows I can't go against the Lord. He knows I can't go against Lord Haney.
To be fair, watch what 00 said. To be fair, Fernand, you did say that. Yes, I did say that, and I still say that.
You did.
And I still say
One thing we will say is people who have been following you for a minute, Fernand, we do understand and we know that you've never been a Terence Crawford hater. You've actually supported him. You just didn't like some of the moves and some of the things that were attached to him in regards to, how he was over at Top Rank. But I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think you've really said anything negative against him. You never said that he was a terrible boxer, he was horrible. You actually given him his praise. It's just some of the moves that he made. That's the thing.
And look, just to be very clear to whoever that dude is, because I don't know who he is.
I gotta bring Boxer Guy up here.
I did very, very, as long as he don't act, as long as he ain't a troll,
No,
I'll talk to you about it. But
no, he'll be cool.
Yeah, but look, I'm gonna tell you flat out, what I said was correct. I said that he turned the fight down, and that's why I called it a duck, because he turned it down. And what the reason that he turned it down, and I said it was because he said he turned down the fight. Then he said what it was about. No guarantee. I had never heard of no guarantee, and I want transparency and approval. And I said you don't need a guarantee and you don't need approval. And I maintained it. He turned around and said they were right. I didn't need the guarantee and I didn't need the approval. And he doesn't need the approval. I don't care if he still.
He didn't even. I think even in the press conference, he even said that he didn't even really need it. I think it was like a form of like a negotiation tactic, maybe.
He didn't trust, first of all, these people. First of all, to get inside of Terence Crawford's head for a second. Terence Crawford is surrounded by a bunch of PBC haters. He is so completely surrounded by a lot of people that can't stand Al Haymon, think of the PBC as the ops. That's who he's around all the time. Tim Bradley does not like the PBC. Bob Arum doesn't like the PBC.
But Bob Arum worked with. Wait. Bob Arum worked with. But Bob Arum said that he never had a problem working with Al Haymon, though. Remember?
No, and he didn't have a problem with Al Haymon. He magically didn't have a problem with Al Haymon after the fight took place between Tyson Fury and Tyson
and
Fury,
Deontay.
Very late in Terence Crawford's career. Terence Crawford did not trust Al Haymon. Didn't trust the PBC. Didn't trust him. So he was going off the thing that you can't trust this guy. Errol won't talk to me. Dude, I guarantee you Errol is not the one that explained to him why you don't need to, why would not, and he said it when he explained why he turned on the fight.
And my thing is, all these boxers that are.
I talked to Al Haymon. Al Haymon said to me, why would you want to do a guarantee? Why wouldn't you just bet on yourself? And then he turns around and says, oh, Al Haymon was right. So let's get this back to me and whether or not I'm hating or not.
No, you weren't. You were not hating. You were not hating. No, you were not. You were more explaining things.
And again, I'm sorry. I just want to finish this because dog, you cannot tell me that I was a hater for telling that man what he ultimately found out was true. And I wasn't even telling him. I was telling you all. Number one, the fight is big enough where he doesn't need a guarantee. Because all he's going to wind up doing is having to pay more money out of the percentage that he makes because those guys are going to want a return on their investment.
Yep.
So, and then
thank goodness they did over 50 million. Thank goodness they did over 50 million plus.
Dude, if he would have had look, that brings me back to what happened with him. And I got Dallas Roquemore right.
No, go ahead, Fanon. You already know. I heard you. Okay. I just wanted to jump in, but no, we good.
Okay, thanks. All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. What's going on, Dallas? How you feeling, man?
What's happening, man?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, your mic is really low. You're on mute, but your mic is low. You got to unmute yourself. Your mic is just low. I can hear you very, very little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, I had the headphones on. I didn't even want to interrupt you guys talking. I was enjoying you and my man's conversation.
Terry.
I was about to leave and just listen to y'all, man.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Yeah, I was like, Dad, you ain't got to rush to get off and talk to me. I ain't got that much to say. I just came in on the tail end. I just saw the title, and I was like, people are saying Crawford is better than Ali now. Is that true?
Oh, Terence Crawford named his top 5 fighters ever.
Okay.
And what he had was Roy Jones Jr., Andre Ward, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and himself.
Okay. I had a feeling it was something like that. This is what trips me out just about living in this day and age. Living in this day and age, there's really no reason to not have, how can I say it? You should be able to have educated, I don't even know how to say it. Well, I'll say it like this. With YouTube, you can actually research and go and watch all these fighters, right? Numerous times to come out with, maybe what your top 5 is. When I hear lists like that, I'm like, you have not went back and watched these fighters. You're just picking people you like, which is fine. But if, like you said before, if you go back and watch a Sugar Ray Robinson, which I've done on multiple occasions, I'm like, this dude is like the perfect size. It's almost like Michael Jordan in basketball. It's like the perfect size, perfect. He just built for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you watch him fight, I'm just like, I don't care how old the footage is. It's clear. This dude is different, man. This is a different fighter right here. Power in both hands, can fight going backwards, fight going forward. I mean, he just and his resiliency to fight that many fights. And saying that, I want to tie that into with Errol Spence. I feel like even though Errol Spence got beat very badly, I think he definitely needs to rematch. Like you said, take about 4 months off, come back. I don't really think he got anything to prove. He's already proven, but I think that's what makes a great champion. Coming back, fighting. If you lose again, it's okay. And saying that, I feel like Terence Crawford he's still not saying he doesn't have anything to prove, but I still think he needs to beat some other great people too. I think Errol Spence was the greatest fighter that he beat out of everybody that he fought.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people are acting like he beat the boogeyman, so he's this. I'm like, well, he still got he need to defend that belt a couple times. Errol Spence defended his belt multiple times against top tier fighters. I would like to see Terence Crawford fight Jerron Ennis, defending against him, give another welterweight a shot, and then we can look at maybe putting you in the top, talking about you in the top 5. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, but top 5, I just don't think you can really do it
Because
because
it's a hard thing to do.
There's so many fighters that you just can't, you didn't see them fight enough.
Exactly. It's the same thing. They do that with everything now. Top 5 rapper, top 5 basketball, and it's very hard because you leave out so many great people. And I compare it to when you talk about the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and you start talking about the top MCs. It's like everybody wants to X out the older guys, but it's like without the older guys, you don't have the new guys. So it's like almost like, why are we even doing this list? If you take out Melly Mel and KRS-One and Rakim and all these guys, y'all might still be rapping one certain way. These guys change the way you rap and what you rapping about. So it's the same thing with boxing. If you're taking out Sugar Ray Robinson, we weren't even talking about pound for pound before him. You know what I mean? Then it just, so I definitely feel what you're saying, man.
Yeah, it's a whole interesting conversation, man.
Yeah.
Who are your favorite 5 fighters, or who do you think are the best fighters you've seen?
My top 5 in no order is Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard is one of my favorite fighters. So I put him in there. Floyd. I didn't see heavy. I'm trying to think about it. It's another heavyweight. I can't put Mike in there. That's hard. That's hard for now. I know for sure Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali is in there.
How about let's just do this century?
Okay, this century, the last 100 years, I would say.
No, the last 22 years.
Oh, I'm tripping. Last 22.
Just the last 22
I'm
years.
tripping.
So far this century.
The last 22 years, I would say Floyd Mayweather. Who else? I would say I'll put Manny in there based on what he did.
No doubt for me.
So Manny, Floyd, Roy Jones. Man, I'm trying to. How many?
Would you put Andre Ward in there?
Andre Ward is a hard one for me. I think he's great, and I think what solidified him was that fight with Kovalev near the end of his career. I think that's what put him on everybody's map, but I don't think nobody was. Man, 22 years. I mean, yeah. I'll put Terence Crawford in there. Actually, now that I think about it, based on his accomplishments, it's hard, Fanon.
Yeah, it's tough,
hard.
ain't it?
That's hard, man. I feel like I'm leaving so many people out.
Because there's like, because that's like you got to go. Like for me, the people I wouldn't just the people that come to my mind are Roy Jones Jr., Bernard Hopkins, Jr., Bernard Hopkins, Terence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Manny Pacquiao, Andre Ward, I think Canelo Alvarez minus the dope.
Most definitely.
If it wasn't for the dope, Canelo Alvarez should be somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
Maybe, I should make everybody mad and say Lomachenko. That's what they're going to try to throw in there.
Hey,
but as a little dude at like 126 and 130, like before he got to 130.
I'm going to say this about Lomachenko. If you look at the fights that he lost, he really didn't lose against Salido. That was the guy with multiple low blows, all kind of things in that fight. So that fight was questionable. The fight against Teofimo, I mean, really, if he had started fighting in maybe the 4th round, he would have won that fight. Because when he started punching and figuring them out, he was hitting them whenever he wanted to. Yeah. Then with Haney, he could have won that fight. So really, I mean, Lomachenko could be sitting up here undefeated with great opponents that he fought. So I'm not mad at anyone putting Lomachenko in that list.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one that may make people mad, but it's funny. Let me see. Not last 22 years. I was thinking about the Klitschko brothers.
No, Klitschko, that's the shit. That's in there because they're in the 2000s.
I'm thinking about how dominant they were for. Even though I feel like people weren't watching heavyweight as much because they were
Vladimir
dominant.
Klitschko.
But the Klitschko brothers were rather dominant.
Yeah, that ain't no joke. I think that's a very good one.
So
I think that's very good. Man. Yeah, I probably should put Vladimir Klitschko in there. As far as I think Vitaly was better.
Yeah.
But as far as like the most dominant heavyweight of the century so far, I think that or the best heavyweight this century, it very well may be Vladimir Klitschko.
Think about it. I look at it like this. Look at his defeats are what put the other guys on. Anthony Joshua beating him, and what's his name? What's the guy you were just talking about earlier? That just ducks everybody in heavyweight. Fury. Like Fury and Joshua really from beating the Klitschko, they kind of got put on in the sense of that's where they kind of got their first big name on their records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, saying that gives them some credibility as well.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think those are good points. Well, I appreciate you, brother.
No doubt.
I always
man.
Enjoy the conversation, man.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you come back again, sir.
For sure, man.
All right, man. Get back.
All right, peace.
Yeah, that's a good conversation right there, dog. When Aram said Loma was better than Ali, Leonard, Mayweather, etc., that was ridiculous too. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But Lomachenko's a hell of a fighter, man. I ain't sleep on Lomachenko. As 136 pounder, 130 pounder, 126 pounder. 120 at 126 pounds. Y'all would have to tell me who you think is better than him at 126 pounds. I don't know if there is anybody better than him at 126 pounds. I'm sure there's somebody I'm missing, though. Maybe like Juan Manuel Marquez or somebody else that was down there at 126. But, like, man, he was a very, very good 126 pounder. He's a very good 130 pounder, even though he didn't really fight anybody at 130. At 135, I think that's where he kind of peaked out a little bit. You know? That's where I kind of think, yeah, I'm not forgetting about James Toney. James Toney's a great fighter. James Toney's more 90s, though, for me. James Toney's more 90s. Actually, and really, even a lot of Roy is the 90s. The best 90s, the best Roy, I think, is in the 90s. I could be wrong, but I think the best Roy is in the 90s. All the way up to like 2005, 2006, something like that. You know what I mean? Dallas Roquemore, thank you, brother. He said, for the convo, brother. Anytime, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Always good to see you. But I am going to end it because I want to end it in about 10 minutes because I did want to talk about this. dude, if I tell you so, in this, I think this is just right. And you can disagree if you want. But if somebody turns around and tells you that you're right, how are you going to call somebody biased for that? And if there is an intelligent, well-meaning Terence Crawford fan that would like to explain that to me, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. Now, personally, it's kind of like me saying if there's a really nice, an intelligent, nice Terence Crawford fan that wants to prove that they can they can put their head through a brick wall, I think that is about what you're going to get. But still, like I am going to beat you guys all the way down to the ground over this thing. Because there's a lot of people that disappeared from talking boxing over this Errol Terence Crawford fight. Really. Because there's a lot of really abusive Terence Crawford, very fake abusive Terence Crawford fans out there. Fake Terence Crawford fans, that is, out there. Talking all kind of crazy. Where is Rick Glazer Jr., Terry? Are you slacking today on your flashcards? Few points ago, email him so he can. Oh, man, King ain't jumping on the channel. King got more than enough sense not to talk about this because this doesn't have anything to do with Rick Glazer. Oh, I'm sorry. This doesn't have anything to do with Rick, because Rick Glazer. I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Yes, sir. All righty. Yes, sir. All right. But anyway, we missed the G-Man section of the live stream. Yeah, I can't believe you actually let this dude grow on y'all. Why is this fight so divisive amongst fan bases? Pretty sure there's been more important fights with less divisiveness. It's crazy. I think Last Lap podcast, most of that, you're the baseball channel. Let me explain this. The reason why it is so divisive is because there's an organization called the PBC that a lot of boxing fans want to see shut down. And they've wanted to see Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather Jr. shut down for a long time. So anything that is associated with Al Haymon and Floyd Mayweather Jr., it needs to fail. Because they have fundamentally messed with the structure of boxing. So the other promoters, specifically the ones that are the legacy promoters, let's put it that way, the legacy promoters, the ones that are still surviving, are out there with their minions, boxing writers and such, out there trying to, and they're not just doing Ring Magazine anymore or writing articles. They're literally littering live streams with a bunch of bots, to tear fighters down. Man, King ain't my family. I don't know what you talking about. King ain't my family. Dog, Terry Schmoot's family. King ain't my family. Where's the Philly brother from yesterday? What you talking about? Who's the Philly brother from yesterday? I don't know what you're talking about. Who's the Philly brother from yesterday? I don't know who you mean by that. I don't know who you mean. But hold on one second, man. Let me do something real quick. And really, I'm about to actually change what this dude's doing. That's what I need to do. Hold on. But look, I'm not going to be rude no more. I'm going to get out of here a little bit early. Oh, the fake Phil. You talking about the African, the Jamaican, the Afro-Jamaican from Philadelphia? You talking about the Afro-Jamaican from Philadelphia? Oh, yeah, that shit was hilarious. Oh, God, what a classic. What a classic. What a classic. That was a serious. I ain't gonna lie. That was classic. That was hilarious. That dude just jumped out, started lying from the just lying from out the gate. The dude was just lying out the gate. Out the gate. Hold on, man. I got to do something real quick. Crap. That's what I thought. Okay, my bad. I had to check something. Sorry about that. Hold on, man. I'm sorry. Ugh. All right. Anyway, yeah, let me go. Let me get off. I'm doing y'all rude today. Because this is taking a little bit more time than I thought. Anyway, yeah. Let me finish what I was saying before I bounced though. Dude said he was at the Boots fight in Philly. Yeah, he lying his ass off. That shit was hilarious. Anyone looks like a generational talent when they fight somebody who's drained and lethargic. Look, I'm not even gonna go there with him, man. I'm not gonna go there with him and say that, man. This dude, he beat Errol Spence. You know what I mean? If you beat him, you beat him. I mean, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna discount that, and say that it's not a win because of, for whatever reason, bro. It's a legitimate win. And I'm taking him and giving Terence Crawford, full respect for winning that fight. There ain't no reason not to give him full respect for winning that fight. I just want y'all to tell y'all, I just want to say that, look, that man didn't take that fight for the reason that I said he didn't take that fight. And he turned around and said, yeah, the other people were right about it the whole time. So I want to know if Terence Crawford can say that the other people were right about it. Why can't you say you were right about it? See, this is why I got to go long. Thank you, Sam. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. He said, I was trying to, he went 0-50. Hey, my guy, Sam said, salute. Fanon, salute to you. Thank you, Sam. No joke. Thank you, brother. Very, 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 very much for that. Thank you very much for that. Hold on. I got to do something. I'm just. Gotta say thank you very much for that, bro. Dude, these dudes be talking crazy, though. Straight crazy, like they want to fight. And still, people say, where you go? Oh, by the way, also, y'all asked me where I was going to go after Errol Spence Jr. lost. Where did I go? I barely even changed the subject. I barely even changed the subject. And y'all still mad about it. Y'all still mad about it. Hold on one second, because now I think I got where I wanted to be. The heck? All righty. Sorry about that. I had to do that because I was having difficulties. King be on every channel. Yeah, he do. It is that exactly gets paid for it. Fanon in the chat, whatever happened to the Thunderdome boxing? Oh, that dude, the super racist dude? I don't know. I'm sure he's out there somewhere. I'm sure he's out there somewhere doing something. I'm sure he's out there doing something, talking crazy to somebody. He's got to be. Bro, but thank you so much for that support, man. Seriously, man. It's a real dry time in boxing right now, so I appreciate I always appreciate you guys. But look, I am going to bounce up out here, though, now. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat. We will be back tomorrow, and I want to have my first OG boxing talk this Sunday morning. I really want to. Oh, I forgot to talk about something. Alyssa Bumgardner, who said, what do you guys think about what Jessica McCaskill had to say? I want Jessica McCaskill to come to my show and say that. God dog, she lit that fire underneath them. And you know what I was thinking? This will get King to show up. You know what I was thinking? When I heard that Alyssa Bumgardner tested positive, I thought about one of the first thoughts that came to my mind was, what did she say? Oh, she basically said that she basically threw shade at Matchroom. It was like, look, this is mighty convenient. She said, when my contract was up with Matchroom, all of a sudden my fight she wanted to fight somebody. All of a sudden the fight that she had scheduled was given to somebody else. And then so in order to get the fight, she had to re-sign with Matchroom. And then she said that Alyssa Bumgardner's contract was up, and she was supposed to get the fight for undisputed against Chow. But then all of a sudden, and she had not re-signed with Matchroom yet. But now when she was trying to re-sign with Matchroom, she pops dirty. She's like, peace. She's like, please. Now, this is the only thing that I got to say about that. I watched this documentary where there was you remember Ben Johnson from the sprinter in the 1980s? They got caught with performance enhancing drugs. He admitted that he was doping. But he said, I was doping, but they fixed the test. Against when he beat Carl Lewis for the gold medal, they're like, nah, somebody tampered with my sample. Now, here's the thing. She didn't test positive with VADA. She didn't test positive with VADA. She tested positive with somebody else. Like I didn't even know who that, I had never even heard of the testing agency before that she popped dirty for. Why she didn't get tested by USADA or VADA. She got tested, it was a test for somebody else. Yeah, in 88. It was a pop dirty from somebody I never even heard of before. And I was like, who did she test positive? Who was this? And then my understanding is that they leaked that information got leaked to the press, and it shouldn't have been leaked to the press because that whole thing's not settled yet. I don't think it wasn't WADA. Hold on, it was this. Hold on. It was, hold on a second. It was. Was she banned? I didn't hear she was banned. Somebody said she was banned. She wasn't banned yet. Yeah, anyway, it was, I think it was something else. I'd have to look and see what the name of it was. It was something else. Maybe somebody else tested him for water, but whatever. Anyway, though, look, man, that's my take on it, man. Let me welcome. Hey, man, let me talk to y'all tomorrow. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what y'all think. Damn, I don't know why I'm acting like I do a video. Thank y'all for supporting. Thank you to everybody in the chat, in the Cash App. Thank you to everybody in the Super Chat that supported the channel on this Friday. We'll be back tomorrow morning. You know the deal. And with that, I am going to get up out of here. Deuces and much love to every single solitary one of y'all. And I'm out. Make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, I'm sorry, I did miss. So said in the post-epidemic today, resting, post-epidemic, and then upper echelon, Samuel Ramsey said, Robinson 128-1 at one time. Ali Lewis Mayweather. Yeah, dude is 121-1. It's a lot of fights to be. For you to beat him in 40, 121-1, it's a lot of fights, man. It's a lot of wins. But anyway, I got to get out. Deuces.